Yeah, good morning, kids, or good evening, wherever you may be. Um, we've got Dean in the background here, and supposedly we have an interpreter with us today. So we'll chit chat for a little bit. We'll wait for a few people to show up, and then we'll have the one, the only. You know him, you love him, you can't live without him. Dean Verano on, and yeah, Phil's right here. So I've been up since midnight, just so you all know. We had a massive thunder shower and 2 brownouts. So, word to the wise here, boys and girls. If I go dark, it's just because the lights went out. So, sorry about that. Um, a little update just before we bring old Dean on here. And God only knows why we do this to ourselves. I don't know. Anyway, we took baby May into the doctor the other day. She had her wisdom tooth taken out. Everything was a roaring success. And then she overdid it. She had her sister come over, and now she's paying the price. So, you know what I mean? You can't keep a good woman down. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go through a couple of comments and then realize that the comments are the best part of the whole show after the fact. So I'll be holding off on comments. And hi, Greg. And until the end of the show. And I just hope I can get through them all, because usually this brings quite the crowd. So a collective good morning to everybody. Yeah, China Dave's come prepared. Possible morphine drip, if you've got that kind of connection, would be good. That would be the ultimate. Watching from Pennsylvania, Randy. Well, hang on. Don't let the Amish get near this video. Hide the kids, hide the animals. Hand sanitizer. And if there was ever a reason to wear a mask, it's during this live stream, because you never know what's going to hit you in the face. Yeah, if nothing else, Mark, it will be interesting. Hey, nice to see you, Jonathan. Thanks for always joining us. We like that. And you're on time, buddy. The comments are, because it's you guys. You guys are one collective group of funny people. I am just happy about that. May is good, but she's not good. I mean, she's okay. Everything's cool. The surgery went absolutely spectacular. It was a roaring success. And instead of listening to the old man here, and I told her to take it easy, yeah, she was busting a move the next day. Riza came by, her sister, if you guys are familiar with that, single mom Riza. And the great news on Riza is she got monetized yesterday. She came over to the house. Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before yesterday. And she had qualified with the 1,000 subscribers. She qualified with the 4,000 hours. We signed her up for AdSense. She had to be here with me so she can run those annoying commercials on her channel. And I just can't be happier for anybody, both her and May. And I think that what we're doing here at the old doghouse is a little unique, maybe, but I'm doing my best to assist these young ladies. They're doing 99% of it. I'm 1%. But to stand on their own 2 feet and not have to ask for handouts or money and this and that and the other, and make their own. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking for you guys to supporting both Baby May and supporting Riza. And Riza's channel is Single Mom Riza. I'll put a link in this thing after we're all done, if I can still think after we're all done. And then Today with Baby May. So I really love you guys for supporting their channels. And they're both just as goofy as None of them are as goofy as me, but So let's see. Yeah. All right, Roy, take your time. You might want to have, this would be a good time for everybody to start checking into therapy dogs. Let's see. Going home. Okay, so you're listening on the radio. See, you guys are already starting in on me. So we're gonna take about 2 more minutes here, and I just want to make sure we got 112 people. Hazmat in place. God bless you. Good job. What's so big about this interview? Hang in there, One-Eyed Jack. Nope, you're right on time, buddy. That's what I'm told. I have not met her personally. She's in the wings there, and may look good on her video today. I guess it was just a brave front. Yeah, we did which one did you do? That was the one she did with her friend, and I told her don't do it. She did. Let's see, Damascus. Okay, I found one for Dean. There you go. That's a good question. Thank you, Randy. We appreciate that so much. Well, welcome aboard, man. Appreciate you. Okay, you're getting popcorn. Let's see what's going on here.
Hello. Phil, can you hear me?
Hold on. Let me unplug this.
Okay.
I forgot. I can't use this mic. Okay, there we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me, Phil?
I can hear you.
Great. Here we are again. We have the sexy Yerlani, as always.
Feel free to take over, Dean.
Okay. And our guest. She's going to be the girl. I promised everybody out there that we were going to find a girl here, a beautiful Nicaraguan girl that can speak English for you. And any questions the guys have as far as age gaps, whatever. Again, she's going to be honest. She's not part of the routine or the rotation. She's unbiased. And she'll be more than happy to talk to you. Again, we want to keep it simple English for her because she has been studying, but we don't want to talk too fast like I do with her. And Feel free. Her name's Esperanza. And I told you I'd find you a good-looking girl. There she is. And
she didn't have to be good-looking. She just had to speak English. But she is a very attractive young lady.
What I want to do is show you guys a typical girl that when the guys come down here and they want to meet a woman, this would probably be a typical woman that they could meet down here. So I wanted to make it very realistic on what they could expect. Maybe someone that they could relate with. That was my most important thing. Again, she has nothing to do with the rotation. I know her because she is a friend with Fabi, one of the rotation girls. She was one of her friends that they studied English together. So that's how I figured I'd rope her in and bring her in here so she could talk to you. I'm going to take the headphones off the microphone, hand it over to her. I'm not going to interfere with you, and I'm going to let you talk directly with her. And again, this is a perfect girl. All the guys want to know what kind of woman could they meet when they come down here, and I don't know what more you can ask for, but I'll hand it over to you. Okay?
Okay. Thanks, Dean. Okay. You can have my channel back. It's very nice of you. Hi, Esperanza.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, very good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, well, thanks for coming on the show today. Now, thank you. How do you know Dean?
I know Dean because for Fabi is it's a girl. It's a mother of Sofia. See, the baby of Dean. See.
Now, do you have any interest in working for Dean?
No, not really. Not maybe.
Okay, all right. So, how many girls does Dean have in his rotation?
I think it's maybe four beautiful girls. Yes.
Okay. And do you know all 4 girls or just the one?
2 girls.
You know 2 girls.
Yes.
Okay. Am I talking too fast? Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay.
All right. I'll try not to. I tend to talk fast.
I'm so nervous. This is my
Don't
first
be
time.
nervous. Don't be nervous. There's it's harmless. Trust me, I'm a lot safer than Dean. So when you talk to these girls, how does it work? Does one girl stay with Dean on a certain day and then
Mhm.
leave, and then another girl comes in and takes over, or how does it work?
I think one day comes one girl and the other guys go out, and I saw a picture when maybe three or four girls are enjoying in the boat and enjoying time, spend time and party. It's like I think it's a good relationship between they. It's a
Okay.
good view.
Okay. And what do you think about Dean's lifestyle? In other words, myself, I have one woman in my life and
Yes.
no others. And so that's the way her and I are connected. But Dean likes to have a girl for Monday. He likes to have a girl for Tuesday, a girl for Thursday, Saturday. What is you don't have a problem with that? You just said. What about the girls? Why do they do that? And do they like that setup?
Uh, maybe because maybe if the relationship is with respectful, it's good between the girls. And difference, every woman thinks different, and
Uh
the
huh.
girls
True.
are super open mind and relaxed about the situation.
Okay. So, in other words, they all work for Dean. They're all representatives of his company,
Yes.
and I I think a lot of guys want to know: do they have to sleep with Dean in order to work for him? Is that part of the job?
Yes, it's
It is.
maybe it's balance. It's a job, and it's enjoy the time, enjoy all the situation. It's balance.
There's balance.
See?
Okay. So if a woman is not, let me make sure, if a woman is not participating with spending the night with Dean, she doesn't work for him.
No,
No.
no.
No. Okay.
One day.
So she can work for him. She can be a representative, but it's not a requirement that she stay with him.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. 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 All right. I know these are questions that the guys have had.
Mm,
And do the girls ever get jealous of each other?
no.
No. So whoever's on Monday doesn't get upset with who's on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. They're
No.
all the girls get along.
No.
Okay, so there's no tension,
No tension, no jealous, no.
no jealous. Okay, is Nicaragua an open-minded country rather, when it comes to sexual relations?
Maybe can it's depend of the woman.
Depends on the woman.
See,
Okay,
yes.
and so let's go to some of the comments here and see if anybody has a question, a direct question. We got a lot of jokes. Hold on one second. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. If you guys have a direct question, let me know, and then maybe we'll get the jokes later. Um, how do the girls meet Dean?
Excuse me?
How do the girls meet Dean? How do they? get to know each other?
I,
Does he
I,
go
I
out
I don't
and
know exactly.
okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Yes, I
Cool.
don't know.
What is the average age of the girls that Dean is with?
What is the age?
The age of the girls, yeah.
It's 23
23?
and 25 and 20, 22 and 25, 26.
Okay, fair enough. And what do you think of Dean as a
About the
person? As a person, just as a person,
it's
not about the rotation, not about anything else. Is he a nice man?
the most
Is he
important.
funny?
It's a great father. It's a great
He's a
father.
great father. That's
Yes,
true. He
it's
does have a
the
nice.
most important. It's a
So,
great
so he
father.
does have a significant other there that he had a child with. I don't know if the guys knew that, but he is a father.
Yes,
He has a baby,
yes.
Sophia, right?
Sophia, a
Yeah. And
wonderful girl. I know.
okay, and you say he's a wonderful father.
Yes,
Okay,
I know, and I saw. See, it's
all right.
a good father.
So he has a daughter,
Yes,
and it begs me the question: would he want his daughter to be part of somebody else's rotation in the future? But I guess that would be a question for Dean.
yes,
Uh,
yes.
okay, so you're not part of the rotation.
No,
You're a friend of two of the girls.
yes.
You came on the channel so that you could answer our questions.
Friends of Sophia's mother.
Okay. Oh, friends of Sophia's mother. All
Yes.
right. And what does the mother of his daughter think about Dean's lifestyle?
Fabi is super relaxing. It's
It's what, dear?
super relaxed. She
She's
is
relaxed.
very great. It's nice. And it's open.
It's open.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, did the let's see. We got some questions here. Is he respected by the locals?
By the locals.
Yeah, the local population. You know
Ah, yes.
the local folks that live there,
Yes.
and they see Dean, and they see Dean. Maybe they see him with a different girl, or they just see him walking through the streets. Is he a respected member of the community?
For us, it's normal.
It's normal.
It's normal in our country.
Well, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yes, it's super
That has a
normal.
lot to do with it, I think, is just where you're located, as opposed
Yes,
to if you were in the Middle East and tried to pull something like this off, it might be
yes,
a totally different story.
yes.
Definitely in the United States with all the Karens. But um, what do the girls find attractive about Dean? Does he pay them money to be with him, or does he just pay them when they make a sale?
Uh, he supports the girls, and
Okay.
it's nice with the girls. It's friendly. It's love it and work for him.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. So the girls are he says he's got four girls, and you say that there's no jealousy. So I
Hmm.
want to see if we have a question here. I have a question. How does she make a living? Whoops. Oh, okay. They want to know what you do for a living.
Ah, what I do? I
Yes,
am a Spanish teacher here in
you're a
San Juan del
teacher.
Sur. Yes, Spanish teacher.
Oh, you teach Spanish
Yes,
to English guys like me.
yes.
Oh,
Foreigners to come to Nicaragua to San Juan del Sur, and yes, I'm a Spanish teacher.
excellent. Excellent. How did you learn English?
I study here in San Juan del Sur.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
That's a very, very commendable job. I think that's awesome. Let's see.
Yes,
We've got some more
it's
questions here. Let's see. Dean says Yorlini is jealous of others, and she
yeah, yes,
so
it's
she knows.
she the girl. She is jealous.
What happens when she gets jealous? Does she get mad, or does she?
I'm mad for a short time
Uh-huh. Does she get mad with Dean, or does she get mad with the girls?
with the girls, I think.
With the girls. Ah, okay. Now the other three girls, is Yorlini the only one that gets jealous, or do the other three get
Yes, I
jealous?
think it's Jordan because it's the youngest. I think it's maybe 23, and that girl is just 25. It's open.
Okay, so she's a little younger, maybe.
Yes,
I understand. I understand. It's like that here. The younger the woman, the more drama, if you will.
yes,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes.
The older the woman, the less drama. That's been my encounter. Let's see. So let's see. Did Dean ever meet these girls' parents? They asked the question if any of the girls
Mhm,
have introduced Dean to
mhm.
their parents.
I I don't know.
You don't know.
I
Okay.
maybe some girls. I think Jorlani, the lady,
Uh
the
huh.
youngest lady. I think just introduced the parents. Parents.
Do you think the parents would approve of this situation?
Yes, because she's an adult and she
Okay.
knows.
Okay. Let's see. Some more questions here, kids. Uh, 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 uh. Oh, are most of the Nicaraguans Catholic? Is one of the questions.
What?
The primary religion, is it Catholic?
Catholic, yes.
Catholic. Okay. What else have we got here? You guys need to give me some more questions because I want to know what you want to know. Oh, are you married?
No.
No, you're single.
No.
You have a boyfriend.
No.
No. Okay. If
No.
you were to date
No
someone,
for now.
let me ask you this: if you
Okay.
were to date someone, would you prefer to date someone that's a foreigner or someone that's from your country?
Whatever can be nationals for Nicaragua French.
Do you have an issue with age gap relationships?
Yes. Yes. I am 29 and
Uh-huh.
I want maybe the 28 from 45,
Okay.
48.
That
Yes.
sounds like a normal reaction to me. It really does. I think that's normal. I think that's a
Yes.
normal, healthy outlook and an
Yes.
honest answer. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Um, sure. Let's see. Let me find some more questions here. Yeah, let's see here. Can you ask what woman is there with you now? Which one of his girls is there now? Who's there now with him? The other woman.
What?
There's
Excuse me?
another woman there right now. There's Dean and someone else.
Yes, it's Jorleni. It's here.
Can she join you for a moment and you can ask her some questions in Spanish?
Yes.
Okay, so can she join you there? And I'll talk to
Yes.
both.
Yes.
All right. Can you have her come
Absolutely.
sit with you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure you understood me. If Jorlini is there, can she join you right now? Can she sit next to you so we can ask her
Yes,
questions?
she's here. It's
Okay.
next to
Can
me.
she can she come on camera with you?
Okay. Quiere que venga ella, dice.
All right, boys, watch and give me some questions.
Ok. Sí, la quieren ver a ella. Sí.
All right. Hi there.
Hola, dice.
Okay, and now how old is this young lady? How old is this young lady here?
¿Cuántos años tiene? Dice. ¿Cuántos años tiene? 23.
Okay. How did she meet Dean?
¿Cómo conociste a Dean? Dice.
Fue por una sesión de fotos y un concurso de modelaje.
For a photo shoot, she's a competition in a modeling competition, fashion show, and Dean is a sponsor for Cosmética Sofía.
Gotcha. Okay. And how long has she been with Dean?
¿Cuánto tiempo tenés con Dean? Dice.
Vamos a cumplir ya casi 7 meses.
7 meses, almost 7 months.
7 months. Okay. Is she been with him longer than the other girls or a shorter time? I mean, all the girls have been with him for amount of time. I don't know who's been with him the longest and who's the newest.
Que sí, vos has estado mucho tiempo con Dim y con la otra chica.
Sí.
She's nervous.
Okay. Let's see. Here's a question from Randy. How do the women of your country feel about dating older men?
Dice de que cómo se sienten las mujeres de Nicaragua saliendo con un hombre mayor.
La verdad que es mejor porque son hombres más maduros y tienen más experiencia. Se siente bien.
Dice que the women feel super good because the mature men are super relaxed and super nice with the girls.
Okay. We hear that over in the Philippines also. Let's see. Okay, so I guess I missed Matthew's super chat. I apologize, Matthew. I'm just kind of going through the comments here. Matthew's question is, how is it they're dating and living for a 60-year-old man? Now, I'm 66, okay? Would I be happy in Nicaragua? Would I have an opportunity to meet a beautiful woman like you're with right now?
Of course.
Or am I too old? That's the question.
No, it's too old. It's 57, 56. It's a good age for us.
For you. Okay. Well, I'm 10 years older than that, but it's okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here's a question. Do any of the girls have boyfriends other than Dean?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. So if they leave on Monday, they don't go see somebody else on Tuesday.
Es que dice que si tienen novio, dice.
Okay. Let's see. Do you teach online Spanish courses? Is a question.
Not now.
Not now.
I work on my computer now because I have a lot of problem with my computer. I have to feed it, but maybe in months.
Okay, so when you teach Spanish, do you have a class filled with like 5 or 10 people, or is it one on one?
It's 1-to-1.
1-to-1. Okay.
Yes.
And let's just get this out of the way. How much do you charge, and how long do you spend with the person? So if I was to hire you,
Uh-huh.
you and I would be together for 1 hour.
Yes, or 2 hours the minimum. See.
2 hours minimum. And
Yes.
how much do you charge per hour?
It can be $20.
Okay, that's a fair price. 2 hours of your time. That's $10 an hour to teach Spanish. Let's see. Is there a number one girl? I mean, is there a favorite girl that Dean has, or is everyone equal?
Everyone is equal.
Everyone is equal. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm just going through I'm trying to make sure I get the questions here.
Okay.
Okay, one gentleman would like to know your education level.
Excuse me?
Your education level.
I'm university. I went to the university. I studied accounting and I study English. And maybe I can study more. I want to study French.
Okay, again, I'm not stalling you, but I'm just. Oh, here's a question. If the gentleman cannot speak Spanish, is that a big problem, or is that like a deal breaker?
No, it's a problem. The most part of girls here speak English because our country, it's our town is a touristic town, and if we want to get a great job, we have to speak English. So the most part of the girls speak English. Not a
Really?
big problem. Yes.
Really? But none of these girls with Dean speak English.
Yes.
Is that due
Speak
to lack
just
of education?
a little.
A little.
And maybe she is super shy.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I understand that.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not confident. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that. Let's see. How old is Dean? Do we know?
Maybe 48, I think.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm just going through here. I want to find an actual question. Oh, okay. Here's one. If the women had a relationship with a U.S. citizen, would it be their desire to go to America?
To go to it is possible if you get a visa.
You're right, but it would be something.
And you can go to Nicaragua and live the Nica dream.
Okay, good job.
Nica
But
dream.
I guess the question is, are a lot of the women looking to get out of Nicaragua and go to, say, America or Canada or another country?
No, because it's a cold country, and our country it's super warm and it's different.
Copy. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to look for. I'm going to let you off the hook here in a minute. I just want to find. Oh, okay. Is it safe at night for a foreigner?
Yes.
Yes. So if I was
Super.
walking down the street alone, not necessarily on a dark street, but if I was just walking by some shops at 9 o'clock at night going home, I wouldn't have to worry about being robbed
No,
or
not at all.
kidnapped,
It's
or
super safe.
because
Yes.
Nicaragua's got kind of a violent history, so people share
Yes,
that.
it's part of history, but now it's the most security country in Central America.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna
our
see.
town, it's super secure here.
I
in
got
San
that
Juan.
vibe because there's a gentleman over there right now that I've talked to, and he said the same thing. What about drugs? Are there a lot of drugs being used in Nicaragua? I'm not asking if you use them. I'm asking
No,
if,
I know, I know it's drugs.
but is that a big deal over there? Cocaine and marijuana and all of that.
But it's marijuana, just only marijuana, no
Mostly
cocaine.
marijuana.
Yes.
Let's see. Do you have any desire to go to America, or would you prefer to stay in Nicaragua? You yourself.
Mm, yes, I would like to go to USA or
Okay.
Canada.
Or Canada. Have you traveled abroad? Have you ever been out of the country?
Just Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, do you ever have issues with the internet?
No. Mm,
How do people over there communicate when the language barrier is zero? In other words, I don't speak any Spanish, and I
mm-hmm.
meet a woman over there, and maybe we're attracted to one another, and she doesn't speak any English. How is that dealt with?
Mm,
Tough one, huh?
I told you the girls speak English. A
Okay,
basic English.
okay, okay. Does Dean pay any of the girls' expenses or their rent? Or does he just pay them their Sophia money?
No,
So he doesn't pay their rent. He doesn't pay for their expenses. Does he
no,
buy them clothes or jewelry or gifts?
no. I
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. You're doing a great job, by the way. I
Thank
just
you.
want to tell you that. I really do want
I am
to express
super.
my appreciation because I know this is tough. It's like you're being interrogated by the police or something. But we want it. Everybody wants to know, um, you know, if it's the real deal. And I appreciate Dean following through on his word. Let's see. Oh, here's a good question. Um, I'm assuming, do you live alone or do you live with your parents?
I live alone.
You live alone. And
Yes.
we're not trying to get into anything too personal with you, but they want to know what the price per month is or what the cost of living is for someone like you. And if you don't want to answer that, you don't have to.
I don't know how much it can be.
Okay, we'll keep that private. We'll keep that private. I don't like to get into people's money thing, but I do understand. Now, I'm not posting any of these. Thanks, Edward. I'm not posting any of these comments. I'm just reading them. Let's see. Oh, okay. Are there many single women looking for men?
Yes.
There is. Okay. Are they looking for foreign men or are they looking for just men?
Prefer the foreign man.
Foreign men. Okay.
Yes.
We'll do a couple more questions, then we'll let you off the hook. We'll put Dean back on. Okay, let's see. Here's a question. Would a woman be safe? Say an American or a Canadian woman goes to Nicaragua.
Mm-hmm.
Would she feel safe?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're very adamant about that, so I believe you totally. Let's see. What do Nicaraguan women like in their men? What attributes do you look for?
A kind man,
Kind, honest,
sweet man.
sweet.
Yes,
So you want someone that's gentle and respects you?
exactly. Principal,
Okay.
a gentleman man.
Yeah. No wife beaters allowed. Does anybody use Google Translate over there?
Sometimes.
And now, what was I going to ask you? I'm gonna go through one more question, then I'm gonna let you off the hook.
Okay.
Well, one guy asked, "What do you think of the rotation lifestyle?" And you're not judgmental of it at all. We already got that. Okay, well, age gap. That's a big question all the time. You like someone, you're 29, so you like someone that's 28 to maybe 45.
45, yes, 48.
Okay. Are most women comfortable with like a 10-year age gap? For example, yeah, I'm 66. So
Mm-hmm.
should I figure that if I was to go over there, there's no way I'm going to meet a 30-year-old woman? I would need to meet somebody that's 40 or 50. Is that a true statement?
Yes.
Okay, so the big age gap is not really popular there.
Yeah, it's for a man.
Yeah,
For
in
men,
other words, I'm 66. So
you look
would I
super good.
have any opportunity to meet somebody that's 26, 36, 46? Where
No,
would the women
50,
be
60.
comfortable?
Yes.
Huh? Come
Yes.
again?
Yes, you can find a girl here.
I know that, but what age would be acceptable? If I'm 66, can I meet a girl that's 26? Or would it have
Yes,
to be
perfectly. Or
really?
22, 23. Yes, I know. I know. I have a friends with men like you.
Okay. All right. Well, that answers that question. Let's see. Oh, here's a good question from White Dog. Do the local men care if foreign men like me are dating the women? Do they get upset about it?
No le escuché bien. Es que estoy escuchando el tuyo y ese.
Okay, I'll say it again.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
The local men,
It's
all
low
right, the
outside.
local guys, all
Mm-hmm.
right. Let's say a 30-year-old man, it's, single,
Mm-hmm.
and he sees a guy like me with an attractive woman. Does that upset him?
No,
They don't get
they
mad
don't
at the
care.
foreigner.
No, that's a
Okay.
problem.
So they don't care if I come over there and meet somebody.
No.
When is the best time to visit Nicaragua?
Holy Week is in March,
In March,
August,
August?
and December for the Christmas and the New Year.
Gotcha. Okay. Is there a lot of drinking in in Nicaragua? Is there a lot of alcoholic beverages, or not so much?
Más o menos, more or less.
All right. Last question, and then we'll bring it back on to Dean. And I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I want to thank you so much for coming on the little channel. Okay. And here's your last question. Where did it go? What is the best way to meet a nice girl in Nicaragua? If I came over there tomorrow, what would I do? Would I go to a restaurant and meet a waitress? Would I go to a bar? Would I go to the beach?
To the beach.
The beach.
Yes. The girls love the beach.
Girls love the beach.
Yes, and maybe in a quiet bar, with low music. It's quiet bar.
Understood. Now, would the girls ever approach me, or would they want me to approach them?
Can be different.
Can be different.
Yes.
Okay. Understood. So the best way to meet a girl in Nicaragua would be either at the beach or someplace quiet, not a big crowded disco.
Yeah, no disco, no.
Not in a big crowded marketplace or something like that, but someplace where you have an opportunity to have some privacy, I suppose, an opportunity to try to communicate.
Yes, exactly.
And, okay. And are the girls over there in general, women in general, are they modest as far as the way that they dress? Or do they tend to wear short shorts and, makeup and all that?
No, just wear shorts and bathing suit or dress, short dress, because it's super hot here.
All right, fair enough. Let's see. Maybe we got one more. I keep saying it's the last question. Let's see. I think that's it. So I want to thank you so much for being on the program. And
thanks to you.
I wish you nothing but success in the future. I hope you can continue with your studies.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you nothing but success in your business. Yes. And maybe this will get you some customers. I don't know. I think if you went online, a couple of these guys might sign up just to look at you. They don't care about the Spanish.
Okay. See you and thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're a good sport.
Oh, hi. Are you still there with us?
I'm still here.
Okay, we had to give her a round of applause because I think she did great because it's not easy. It's her second language, and I couldn't hear anything she was saying because she had the headphones on, so I was out of it. But from reading the comments, I think everybody enjoyed having her, and I hope you learned something. Yeah, I hope you learned something, and I can take over from here. And we're always with this sexier Lanny as to today. And Paul, I don't know if maybe I can help you guys with anything that she didn't, again, if there was anything missing or if there needed a little help in the interpretation, I can help you. But again, I think we should give her a round of applause because she did an excellent job. Absolutely. And that's the first time I even heard her speak that much English. I usually just talk to her in Spanish. So she did a great job. We'd like to have her back. I'm sure you guys would like to have her back. And she'll get more comfortable here the more she speaks to you, the guests. Just like anything, the first time I was on, I don't want to say I was nervous, but you get more used to it like anything. It's like riding a bike. The more you do it, you get used to it. Even the girls get used to being on camera now and everything else. So I want to thank you guys for bringing us on and for allowing me to bring the sexy Esperanza on. And I'm sure she was a big hit because you always see me with my rotation girls. It's nice to bring a new one in every now and then who is not on the rotation.
What have you got? We'll do about 5 minutes with you, Dean. Okay. I really appreciate you bringing the young lady over. She was very, very well spoken.
Yes, she was.
She was educated. Some of the guys are concerned that she was coached.
I couldn't even hear it. Paul, how could I coach her if I couldn't hear her? Without this, I can't hear her.
That I think for the most part, she was very forthright.
Right,
She was very honest about herself as far as what she's looking for in a man, if she's even looking. But she answered the questions the best she could. If anybody was to have been at fault, it would have been me, speaking, too fast, or maybe using a word that she maybe didn't understand. But I thought she did a really good job. I thought she was very believable. And it's a tough deal to sit there and have to look at my ugly mug for the first time and then start answering a bunch of personal questions. One thing that we did not get through, and I did not want to grind her on it at all, and I'm not asking this about her, but one of the questions that I was not comfortable asking, and I don't think she wanted to answer, was your budget over there is how much, real quick?
A budget for me, I could, $1,500 call it. And that's, I'm living in an expensive house compared to most of them around here.
Okay. So your budget is $1,500.
I probably go through, say, $1,500, $1,600, something like that. And you see my lifestyle. I'm not throwing money in anything. And the girls, apart from that, they work for me, so they actually bring money into the house. They're not a liability. They're an asset. And so that works out great. So I can't really put that into my budget because I have a business I operate too. But I mean, if I was just here retired, I'd pay $370 for my house, say another $50-$60 for electric, internet, and give me about $300-$400 a month to spend on food, that type of thing. So you add all those numbers up, you probably come up someplace. Call it $1,500. And if you can live well, say in Cincinnati, Ohio, for $1,500, my God, you could live down here on the same money. A lot of people they can't seem to get that through to comprehend that. But of course you can.
The question is, how much does it cost for a local to live?
Well, okay, let's see here. Let's look at the average income. They're probably making, say you have two people working, a husband and a wife. Say they're each making, say, $400 a month, okay, each. So that's $800. But one thing you have to keep in mind here, Phil, is most of these people have family houses. They don't have to pay.
Come back to being Phil again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking the Philippines.
Were you on another live stream earlier with Phil Donahue or something?
No, it's because it's so similar to the Philippines. I think of the Philippines and Phil because you go so good in the Philippines. But again, as I was saying, the thing is they don't have that rent burden hanging over them. And they're very family oriented. So they'll live in a lot of them will live in the same house, or they'll move into their husband's house. So they don't have that noose around their neck for, say, $300, $400, $500. In the States, it could be $800 a month. So you actually have to back that out of the income or put that in, depending on how you look at it. So if you look at two people making, say, $400, $450, if they're professional, of course, they'll make more depending on what they're doing. So let's call that $1,000, but then back out of there your rent, and that makes a big difference because your rent's that's 30% of your. Usually about 30% of your income. And most of them don't have rent hanging over them, or they can find an inexpensive place to live. My place isn't expensive. For me, it's $370, and it's a very nice place. You can find a good place for $200.
If they have a humble house, if they have a very humble house,
right?
Okay. If they're on the lower spectrum of income, would that house, would it be equipped with things like electricity and running water? Because here in the Philippines, they're out like where May came from and where her sister is currently living. Electricity is a luxury. A lot of them have to go get their own water, things like that. It's a lot more like, I call it camping.
Right.
It's like you're out in the middle of the woods and you got to go catch a fish and you got to go out to the well to get water. The electricity is sketchy. A lot of people can't afford the electricity out here. Sounds to me, by what you're telling me, is that the quality of life for the average Nicaraguan is actually a little higher than it is here in the Philippines. From the
little bit I know of the Philippines, I'd have to say the quality of life seems to be better here. Everybody, I've been to their houses and everybody's living well. Nobody's living in shacks. They have running water. They have water. Now, if they could decide to move way out in the country away from everything when the electrical lines run, and of course they'd have to find a well because that was more or less their choice. But most people here, every one of the girls you see, they're all living, like I say, middle class, maybe even a little higher than that. That's how they live. Again,
understood. And what else was I going to ask you? She mentioned the beach, so apparently they really like the beach.
They love the beach. They love the beach.
And I asked her if there is a lot of drinking of alcoholic beverages there. Here in the Philippines, for a lot of the local guys, and of course the foreigners, but I just want to stick with the locals for a minute. That's like the only thing they do on their day off.
Right.
Is it like that in Nicaragua?
No, like anything, Paul. Yeah, every town has it's drunk. You know, you always have a little group of drunks anywhere you go. But here, I would say that there's not a whole lot of them. Most of the people here, they earn their income, they take care of their family. That becomes first. It's a very family first type of society. So they're not gonna. There's always irresponsible people. We know that. But here, most of the guys, again, everybody's different. But the bars, of course, on the weekends, you have guys and they're enjoying. They might work hard during the week and they want to blow off some steam in the weekend. But there's not a high amount of alcoholism here. I think everybody's enjoying life. They're more concerned about their family. But again, there's always, every group has a neighborhood drunk. That's just everywhere. But drugs here, I have to say, drugs here are not an issue. Like Esperanza said, maybe a couple kids might smoke a joint every now and then, but there's no real hard drugs here. They don't allow it, and these people would rather spend that $20 for a bag of who knows what on their family and not spend it on a bag of baby powder, whatever they might be buying. You know, they're not that stupid.
Would you define where you're living? I can't say all of Nicaragua, but where you're living, would you define it as a more of a daytime town or more of a nighttime place?
Both. I don't know much about. I don't go out much at nighttime, and they got people who watch people watch my videos know with the sexy girls in my bed. There's nothing for me to look for it when I'm out. We go out, we work during the day, and but there are a lot of bars here, and a lot of the expats who like to come down here and they have a good time. They seem to stick around. I know Dave goes out every now and then in adventures, and you'll find in the towns there's a lot of nice places. People can hang out, have a pizza. The places are open here till about 10, 11 o'clock at night. So to answer your question, in the daytime it's very family oriented. There's a lot of places open, but in the nighttime it's not all the lights are turned out. You can find a lot of entertainment. And one nice thing about here in San Juan is it's about 5-6 square blocks. So it's all really close. So it's not one of those cities, Paul, where you have to travel here to go to one bar and travel there. You could walk all night long, have fun, whatever your thing is. If that's the type of entertainment you like, there's the Gringo bar. There's the bar with the locals. You can shoot pool. You can eat a pizza. That's what I love about the town. Everything's very, very close. You don't need a car even. You can just walk around. And again, it's about, they call it 10 square blocks, if that. And it makes it so much easier.
Another question that came up, my friend, was have you ever met any of the girls' parents?
Yes, I have. In fact, of course, Sophia, the Fabi, because we have Sophia together. So I met her. I spoke to this one on the phone, and the other ones, one or two, I wouldn't know the mother if I ran into them in the grocery store. But some of the parents I meet, again, my lifestyle is no secret, and I invite them to watch my videos on Pure Alpha Life, and they can see the videos, and we don't hide anything from anybody. The parents are okay with it. I guess they're not pulling. But again, the parents put a lot of faith in the kids here. There's an expression here where I think it's easier to raise it's easier to raise a child the right way than have to repair a broken one. So I think these kids have a very good strong family unit, and that they feel secure. They're all most of these girls, all these girls, I should say, all these girls have a father figure in the house. They don't come from broken homes. They have a lot of respect for the men. So they know these girls. They put a lot of trust in these girls. Again, she's in medical school. So if she's able to make that decision her whole life, she should make the decision of what man she wants to be with.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be going through the comments, which are going to take me a solid hour.
I'll stay on with you.
Yes. Well, I'll have to take you off the screen, or I'll never get through.
Okay. I'll stand by with the sexual Esperanza.
I know how this works, Dean.
Esperanza's standing by.
But stay in the background,
I will
because
do so.
if we have somebody that wants to speak to you or ask you a question or something you can address directly, that would be cool. Okay.
You know, I'm always happy to come back.
Okay, buddy. All right. Well, thanks again.
Okay, thanks, guys. Watch your latest video. We took a ride to the no-tell motels. You'll love it. Give you an idea what the motels are like here in San Juan.
Oh, I have a quick question. Is Dave still there?
Yes, he is. In fact, I think
how's he doing?
He's doing great. He actually decided to extend his trip another month, and he loves it. We're going to bring him on too this week. I know he works until 6 here, and it's just coming up on 6 now. And I told him that we're going to be on, but we'll get him here when he's free, when he's off duty, and we can drill him too for questions. Answers.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Right. Would be good. And Ed's coming down too. Ed's coming down. Ed from Queens. And we got Dave down here. So I'll stand by. I'll be more than happy to come back. I'll keep her company in the meantime. And the
here we go. We're going to hit the comments.
Okay.
Alrighty then. A little calmer than normal. So where should I go? Should I go backwards or forwards? There's like 3,000 comments here. Good Lord. All right, I'm just going to get up to the stop, to where as far up as I can go. And I know I've just missed a ton of you, but I'm just going to hit the comments as they come. They say, what is the best way to meet an... Okay, we went there. Yeah, you're right. Like I said, I think I copped to it. The biggest enemy of that whole interview was me. Ever have two? Let's ask him. Okay, question. Dean?
Hello?
There we go. Have you ever had two in rotation at one time?
Yeah, before, yes. This one's a little... You mean at the same time, are you talking about making love, I guess, right? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. I think that's what we're talking about. Yeah, I do. This one's a little jealous. Your Lanny, she goes for it, but again, you can tell that she's not crazy about it. Some of the other ones, yes and no. It's not. I'll tell you, it's not an actual thing. It's not a routine thing. I rotate them out through the days, as you know. But usually, 95% of the time, you can find me alone with just one. To be honest with you, every now and then I spice things up. But to be totally honest with you, no. And tell you what, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work pleasing two of them. I'm good with one, and but they don't please each other. Some people think about it. I don't think they do, but.
All right, buddy. Thanks. Yeah, we got that answered. Right before Holy Week and Christmas, yeah. Well, we're beyond that now. So, guys, I think I missed a bunch of comments because I can't go up any further. Let's see. No, they don't care because she is in the other guy's rotation. Let's see. Please, dude, South America are looking for money. Okay, so, Scott, there you go. I agree with you. Greg, I agree. I thought she did a great job for being under the gun like that. And, me being a lousy host, I suppose, with my goofy questions. And me talking too fast. I know. I was trying to let her off the hook. I thought that, I didn't want to stress her out. I was trying to be considerate of her, but another question would come up and another question would come up. And I just didn't, I figured, well, I got her. Let's go ahead and ask. Let's see. Thanks for coming on, Paul and Dean show. Yeah. Thanks for everybody. Maybe try English and Spanish from the PI next to Paul. Oh, that's an idea. I don't know of anybody that speaks Spanish though. That's a good idea. Yeah, I want to thank her. Yeah. So this is more of I think this was a good capper, to our little Dean Verano saga. And then if he does get this gentleman, David, over there, who's been there now for a 3 weeks, I think. I actually did an interview with him on the channel, but he had only been there for 4 or 5 days. So it was hard for him to get a read on what was everything going on. But bringing him back on would be fun. There you go. There's a question for you, Guillermo. I don't know. No teens. Okay. There you go. See, I can't read that one. All right. Let's ask him. Would a boyfriend be expected to support her family?
Would a boyfriend be expected to support the girl's family? No, not at all. Because again, just looking at me for example, I don't support their family at all. And these girls have a lot of pride. They don't come here with their hands out looking for anything. And again, some of the new viewers don't understand. They're saying, well, they're with him for money. But again, the girls, if they work for my Cosmetico Sofia company, they make a commission. That's it. That's the only transaction that goes between them and myself. They work for my company. They make me profit. They make themselves. I have to. I can't have them work for me for free. But if I want to, and I'm not in the position to do it. I think I told you before, I'm not in the position to put anybody on a payroll, cure anybody's water buffalo, build a house. I just can't do it. The girls are with me and they work for me. They earn a commission, and you can see that in all their videos. They earn a commission as they work for Cosmetico Sofia, and that's it. But there might be some guys who come down here and support a family, and there'd be nothing wrong with that. And why not share if you can? But it's not. Is it expected? No way is it expected.
It's not a trend.
No.
Philippines, it's
no. I understand that. I think they have like Dallery
so
or something.
I'm seeing two differences here between the Philippines and Nicaragua. Number
we're
one,
Latina.
it seems like the standard of living for the families is better overall, and then there's less expectation putting on the foreigner to chip in to the family.
Right.
Am I hearing you right?
Exactly. I'm sure.
I'll grab you back when we got another question for you. All right. I don't know. I'm finding this educational. It's not as funny as the first show, but beautiful personality. I agree. South America looking for American man money. Are you kidding me? Then they kill you. Well, there's Scott's opinion. Paper or plastic? I don't understand. You have to let her go, Paul. You said last question 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I did, didn't I? Apparently not. We had that question three times. Front door security. Oh, I agree. No, I don't. I'm very happy with my situation here. Yeah, that's a fact. But let me remind you whose show it is. Trainwreck. Was he monitoring? Okay. Probably was. I don't know. I agree, Greg. She did a good job, and she's a pretty girl. Hold on, here comes Dean with a 1999. Come on, guys. Where's the funny comments? Yeah. That's what I said when I first talked to him. I thought, this sounds interesting. Not for the girl thing, but just for, a different vibe than the Asian vibe. Blinky Bill. I'm assuming Blinky Bill's been there. Yeah, Edward, I agree with you. She did a great job. She would be a good ambassador for Nicaragua, huh? She did wonderful. I agree. Yes, I do. I express it again. If she's still there, we give her a thumbs up, yeah? I have a personal woman friends in Malaysia who are art. Well, okay, Dennis. That's a little complex. She was outstanding. Thank you, Randy. Finally learned something from Dean's channel. I know. It was informative this time. Dean was pretty well under control. He was only running about 2.5 times the speed of light as opposed to 5 times. You missed a lot, Brian. Watch the replay, buddy. Yeah, she did. She did a good job. How many of the rotation girls were sometimes others? There's a question. I asked, I said, do the girls see other men? And the answer was no, but I didn't expect another answer. Dean is an alpha. Yeah, she might be the one that we replace Dean with. We just have her on once a week. Yeah, that's true, Daniel. Men are very, very physical. Dean is Ed's master of the universe. She's a very nice lady, Jim. As lying, you can tell it? Okay, buddy. That would have been a good question. Let me ask him. What's the exchange rate, buddy?
As of this morning, I think it was $1 was 34.65 Cordoba. $1.
Is that good? Is that good or bad?
It's stably climbing. It's stably climbing. I know in the Philippines, but here it's always going up a little bit. So $20 gets you almost 700 Cordoba.
And what would 700 Cordoba buy me?
Well, $20 here buys you a lot. It would probably be more like what maybe, depending on what you're buying, of course, probably be more like $60, $70 in the U.S. because things are. But as I said, I take these girls out. We get a delicious meal, and it's like $3. $3. So where can you? And nobody expects a tip at the end. So I can take if again, you guys say I'm spoiling her, but I'll take her out for a $3 meal, and we'll go out, and it'll be $3 each, and it's all fresh. It's fish. She likes fish. We get meat, potatoes. She actually went there today. And so where else in the States? You go to any place in the States, even like McDonald's, I think, is like $6 or $8. In fact, we went to
$3 a person, you're going to get a plate of food.
Absolutely, and a good plate of food, and nothing deep fried, no GMO. We went to a motel yesterday to show the people in one of the motels here how nice the motels are. And she and I went. We spent 3 hours in the motel. You have to see my latest video. It shows you how beautiful the motel was. Air conditioned. It was like a 5-star hotel. They even have jacuzzis. And she and I had we had 2 sodas of water. We spent 3 hours there, and a nice motel. Had a wonderful romantic time. And it was $18. So that tells you what $20 will buy you.
Okay, thanks. We'll bring you back. Oh well, thank you very much. We're trying to have a good time, and we're also trying to share some information. My whole original thing, gosh, going back to the old apartment now, when I first met Dean, was to just inform myself and anybody else interested in Nicaragua as an option. Of course, I left Dean alone for 5 minutes, and all the wheels just came off the bus. But it turned out to be really funny and entertaining, and everybody liked it. So not everybody. There's no gray area with Dean. It's either black or white as far as appeal. She was coached. She was a high school class and educated. Okay, there's Ed's opinion. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Ed. Lady in red is a beauty too. Yeah, they're all pretty women. Thank you very much, Corpsman. We appreciate the support. Let's see. Dean, get a better camera for better quality videos. Help you a lot. I would agree with that. I think that I don't know if it's a better camera or just I got a gimbal recently and it's really improved the stability and everything, made it easier. So when you're doing exterior stuff, I'm still trying to figure out how to use it, completely honest with you. But yeah. But you know what? You got to understand that it's a process, this YouTube thing. It's something that you kind of learn by your mistakes. So all I can say is just keep going out there and doing it. But suggestions like that are actually very good, as long as they're not snarky. And so a lot of people would tell me I had audio issues. And recently I heard that also. And I appreciated it because they were right. I forgot to push one of the buttons on the camera, or I should have mic'd up when I didn't. So good job. I would like to see her email contact her for Spanish lessons. I don't know. Let me see. Read that comment and let me know what you think.
Of course, I'll shoot it to you. I don't have it offhand, but I'll shoot it to you for China Dave. He can contact. I think that's Upland Dave too. I get to know your guy. He can contact her directly, Esperanza,
Okay.
and I'll talk to her. I'll get it and I'll shoot it to you, and then you can.
Yeah, make sure you have her permission and.
Oh, of course, yeah.
There. All right, I'll be back. She wasn't coached. I actually have an opinion about all that, but I'm going to stay neutral. Just buy some lipstick. Ed says she was not coached. She was high class and educated. I thought you said something different up here. See, I got Ed Schwartz and Ed Schwartz. You're confusing me, buddy. She was coached. Are you correcting yourself? Oh, there you go. She was not coached. Okay. You didn't have to spend $5. I would have put that up. Thank you for the super chat, Ed. Thanks for sending me pictures of food. Dean is like the younger version of John. That's a pretty good one. Actually, Dean pays them a commission. He has a cosmetics line, and so he does the manufacturing, the marketing, the whole enchilada, and so I'm sure he's got his cost cut off there. The girls go out, they make a sale at a markup, and then he gives them a percentage of that, just like any sales job, any commission sales job. That's Philippines, I think. Yeah, Philippines is bumping up. I think so. Paul, Phil, it's all good. I know. I've been called a lot worse. Before the day's over, I'm sure I'll be called a lot worse. How safe is it? Apparently, we've decided it's safe. You know what the funny thing is? I didn't catch her earrings. Everybody was talking about her earrings, and I didn't catch them. I know. I feel like Phil today. I think I'll just actually have my name changed to Phil. Phil the Groundhog. Blinky Bill likes her. No, he doesn't need cocaine, bro. He was born that way. If he had cocaine, he'd just absolutely explode. Dean McAfee. I'll be Phil and he can be McAfee. You know what? I'm going to go with that too, because Dean and I, we had us a deal. And I said, and we had a handshake right over here on the internet. And I said, you know what, buddy, I want the other side. And the stream prior to this one, that was supposed to happen, and it didn't. And I was really disappointed. But it was a legit mistake. I think the girl got sidetracked in traffic or, whatever. There was a time zone problem. Anyway, Dean came through. He's a man of his word. I've always said Dean is the real deal. He doesn't pretend to be anything he's not. What is the girl's future? I guess that's for them to decide, buddy. I'm still not clear what mine is. Solar and a well, yeah. Good job, Dean. Yeah. I say, yeah, he did a good job today. He's mellowing out a little bit. Sandinista. It's a trick to talk that fast without breathing. Yeah. I think he's got gills. I give Dean credit. He did deliver English speaking. I give him credit too, Randy. Paul about to move to Nicaragua. No, but I will go visit one day if it's in the cards. boxers or briefs? Cerveza. Dean is the pound pimp. I don't think so. I may have to vacation there and check it out. You know what? That was the whole original intent when we started this whole debacle. Was I understood that Nicaragua was about a 2-hour flight from Florida, and I thought, wow, what a great little getaway for guys that are in the States. Maybe you're stuck in the States and you're waiting to come to Vietnam or Thailand or Philippines or Asia, and you can't get in because of good old COVID. Maybe Nicaragua would be a nice little 2-weeker for you, something just to break up the day if you can afford it. Briefly speaking, boxers. Philippines may not be open. That's a fact. That is a fact. My friend bought tickets to Cartagena on the 17th, and I'm really pressed now. There you go. See, guys, you're making plans already. Let's see. Dean is no fool. He's doing this for money. If she gets guys to send her money, he will get a percentage. I don't think so. We have no contact information for any of the girls. We haven't put their Facebooks up there. We haven't given anybody any way to contact them. He doesn't have a PayPal, I don't think. I don't know. So I would have to, politely disagree with that. According to him, he does not. But let me ask him, do you buy them jewelry?
Do I buy her jewelry? Look at how decked out she is in jewels and diamonds. Look, nothing. You don't see a watch. You don't see a ring. Nothing. That's it. So that answers the question. I have more jewelry than she does, and this is just a couple of dollars. There you go.
All right, buddy. All right. If I super chat asks for $10, Dean's going to get $250. That's a possibility. No, they're not. That was a conclusion. We asked that question. No, not like out here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's rounded them all up. There's none left. All right, so I'm going to bounce through these. How is SOL doing? Who's SOL? Any girl want to compete for one man? Well, like they said, the one woman said it was a personal decision. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Dean. You're being complimented for the first time, Dean. See there, no one's making fun of you this time. If you have a rotation of fathers, who pays? Well, they live with their family when she's off rotation. Well, let's leave that as the last question. All right, so here's our last question, buddy. I think I'm down to the end.
Okay.
Want to read that and answer it? Oh no, I'm far from the friggin' end.
I'll stay here. We'll stay all night. That's for sure. We're not in any rush.
Oh, well, I won't. I've been up since midnight. I got woken by thunder and lightning, and then a brownout. So as soon as this is over, old Uncle Paulie here is going to take him a grandfatherly nap. So they want to know, does Yorlini live with her family when she's off rotation?
Yes, she does. Now, I'll tell you how that works. She comes here because she's in medical school now. She comes in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then those are the days she has medical school on Saturday. I used to send her home on Sunday, but she likes to extend it out a little bit. But yes, when she's not here with me, she lives with her mother and father. They've been together many, many years, and her sister, and she lives with her sister. So they live nicely together as a family unit. So to answer the question, yes, when Yorleni's not with me, she's at mother and father's house where she lives. And
All right,
most of her clothes.
Hang in there. I'm surprised there are any white guys above 40 left in the USA. They're all in the Philippines or Nicaragua. That's an interesting, there's some guys putting out some stuff about that and the future of like the States and Australia, and how there's going to be a lot of lonely women in the future. I don't know if they're all coming here or Nicaragua. A lot of guys are just choosing, from what I've been reading, just not to go anywhere. They just don't get into a relationship. They just work out and make money and buy boats and do whatever the hell they want. And as far as a relationship, no way. She is a very, very nice lady. She really was. She was very well spoken. Okay, buddy, get over there. Get over there. We've got a guy over there right now, and if we do another stream, which I'm sure we will, we'll bring him on, and we'll get a foreigner's point of view of everything going on in Nicaragua. I think this whole thing is starting to really take a little bit of putting a little polish on this thing. I'm liking it. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? There you go. I don't know. That would be a question for when Dave's on here. I don't know if that was Dave's big motivation or not. I think Dave's kind of an IT guy. I know he teaches a lot. He has a job. He works on the computer, earns an income that way. So I know that Dave is occupied. Like he mentioned earlier, he didn't get off till 6. So he does do an actual job. He's a digital nomad. Real nice guy, real smart guy, congenial guy. How many in bed with him at one time? The most women in bed at one time. Okay, here you go, Dean. Okay, there's your question, pal.
Okay. I read that, and I could go as good as 5, but they wouldn't all get along. So the most you'll ever catch me with is 2, but usually it's really 1. And again, I'm very honest, straightforward with you too. Sometimes there's 2, but again, you know how women are. They're very jealous. I'd like to say if I had it my way, I'd have all 5 of them together. But really, no, that's a lot of work pleasing 5 women. 1 or 2, I'm good with that. As long as I rotate them out every day. It seems like I'm always with a new girl.
All right, buddy. We'll be back. You did a great job, Paul. There's more informative than I imagine. The spirit's just love. Well, thank you, Greg. I appreciate that. It's not easy doing this on 2 hours of sleep. It's only a matter of time for a Dean on rotation in Nicaragua program. Anti-corruption digest. Oh boy. I don't think anything he's doing is against the law. Let's see. I think I just found a way to make money online. Move to Nicaragua. I'll ask customers profile when girls in the channel take 10% of the girls' raise. Actually, there's no money being raised for the girls. You'd have to go to his channel to make that happen. Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks, Jen, for the compliment. We appreciate it. They just pimping in 2021. CTV's women from poor country introduced online, hoping to get interest from older men. I don't think so at all. We're just telling the story of Dean, and he's not offering them for sale. He's saying that they're his women. If it was a nice car, I would. See, you don't look at the guy, you look at the car. Yeah, I do feel sorry for someone that just came on my channel for the very, very first time. Yeah, appreciate that, David. Where am I here? What? This thing just jumped. There we go. Has David found a girl yet? Well, you know what? Let's ask Dean. You don't have to answer this if you think it would make David uncomfortable. Or if I always want a guy's permission before I talk about him. You know what I'm saying? So if I was to talk about my friend Mark Thornton, I wouldn't ever say anything that I didn't know that he was okay with. So do you feel comfortable answering that question?
Yeah, sure. Can you hear me? Yeah, sure. I believe that we'll bring him on so we can find out the update. I knew he met a girl younger than him that liked to cook. I know he told me something about that, and I think she was cooking for him or wanted to bring him over food. I'm not quite sure that much about her, but even Dave can tell you it's very easy to meet people here. In fact, if you don't talk to somebody, it's like they want you to talk. They want you to talk to them. So yeah, I think he has met somebody. Now I haven't caught up with him the last maybe week because if you watched our videos, we've been very busy here with Cosmetico Sophia. But yeah, I think he has met maybe even more than one. But the last I knew with him, he met a girl a little younger than him, and she liked to cook. And that's the last I knew. But he's enjoying himself. He went to Granada, and he's having a lot of his own adventures.
All right, good enough. Thanks, Dean. Let's see. David and Dean are competing now as Dave has 6 rotation going. Yeah. Let the games begin. So Nicaragua thinks we can operate a business. All right, let's get in there. We're back again. Sorry. You have a business. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. Don't go nuts. But in Nicaragua, an expat can operate a business. Can they own land? I'll be right back.
Okay. Yes. With me, I'm a resident here, so I have all the rights of any Nicaraguan national. If you can own land, or you can, even if you had a passport, you can. There's a lot of things you can do by land. You can actually set up a trust, a corporation, and it's all very easy paperwork. But I don't have that problem, and the reason is I do have my residency card. Again, I have all full rights of any Nicaraguan citizen. So for me, yes, I can. And what I would suggest is any expatriate coming down here, it's best to get your residency, so you'll be in the same position I am. You don't have to leave every 30 days and cross the border and come back and cross the border and come back. It's just so much easier. Come, bring your documents. They just want to make sure you have no criminal offenses. Your health's okay. A couple other things: bank receipts, copy of passport. Very basic things. They check it, they approve it, and you consider yourself a citizen. As long as you don't have, like I said, any criminal issues. As long as you don't have. As long as you can show that, I think you only need to show like an income of like $800 or $900 coming in. So if you can show that, you're fine, and you'll have your residency card, and then you can live down here relaxed. You don't have to leave and do a border run, anything like that. So anybody coming down here, yes, and with that, you can buy a house, you can buy a car, or you can even open like a corporation. Just put in the corporation name. So yeah.
All right. Thank you, Dean. Let's see. Watch out for the Sandinistas. We've been hearing that today. Dean did say he's making money off these girls, but I'm thinking it's only from his. I believe so too. Any man with money can have a rotation. It's all about leverage. I prefer one woman. And I gotta agree with you there. I mean, look at Hugh Hefner. Okay, I don't think the women, those 18-year-olds he was with, were there because he's so good looking. Love it when folks say, you talk too much. Hello, it's your channel. That's why we watch. Yeah. Well, they're right in the fact that sometimes I go overboard. But I get into it and I tend to ramble. But you know what? I'm old, and that's what old guys do. We just ramble on. And it is my show. So there you go. Let's see. Special. On add one more lipstick to your order, and we will add an extra 10 minutes with one of our girls. Sorry, folks, we are now sold out. How does the divorce work there? Can an expat go to jail if he's married? Let's say, okay, here's one for Dean.
Yeah, again, the laws are down here are very similar to that of the U.S. I can't give any legal advice. I'm not an attorney, but usually, relations down here, and most of the people I know, they're not really married like you would think with like with a wedding and getting the ring. Most people here, once they spend a good bit of time with their partner, they kind of consider that their husband. I've been down here 10 years, and I haven't seen a wedding dress yet. So
okay, but the question is this. Let me interrupt you. I'm sorry. But here in the Philippines, and I know where this guy's coming from,
yeah.
if I sleep with a married woman,
Oh, I see.
I can go to jail.
Oh, I didn't know that. No.
Because adultery is against the law.
Oh,
and
okay. Yeah, I understand.
The husband will put me in jail.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
So he can get money out of me to get me out of
Right.
jail, which is a whole other thing I won't go into.
Okay.
But I guess the question is, and if you don't know,
yeah, no, this I know, and I can tell you, I can tell you for sure, there's no man I know who's in jail here because he slept with a married woman. Not one of them. I think they'd laugh at you if you took that one to court. They wouldn't.
I still think it's due diligence, though, for guys to maybe, if they really want to know the answer to the question,
contact an attorney.
To go to the government website, immigration website, anything that's from Nicaragua. It's an actual. It's the authority, the law.
Right. I can only tell you experience. I can only give you my experience.
You may know guys that have slept with women that are married, but we still not really answered the question: is it or is it not illegal? And that's not your fault,
right?
I mean, I was taken aback by that. But and being Catholic out here and it's Catholic there, that may actually be the circumstances. Now, and you don't. Well, okay. So, are you married to your daughter's mother?
No, and it's just not really even expected here. I would even go to say that I don't even think her parents are married. It's just, as I said, I've been here 10 years. I haven't been to a wedding yet. I haven't. No. If you were in the business here selling wedding dresses, you'd be broke because nobody does it. They look at it more not like the legal end of it or the ring. They look at it as how much time have you spent with this individual, and that means this is mi esposa, this is my husband, this is my wife. There's really no, well, we're registered down at the courthouse, so therefore it means more. No, here it's more like she tells people I'm her husband. She could tell people I'm her husband probably because I spent a lot of time with her, that type of thing. So it all depends on the time you spend, not so much the legal ramifications or the legal structure.
Gotcha. But so I think the sage advice here is to direct folks to a website from Nicaragua,
right,
and review the laws there.
Right. But I don't
want to give some sort of flimsy. This is what I've seen. This is what I think. I don't know.
Right.
And I appreciate your candor. Okay, We'll be back, Dean. All right. It is difficult to come when Dean does not. I know. We actually this was like halfway normal. It's pure alpha life. Yeah, it's way different from America, that's for sure. There's Rose. Let's see. Just chilling. Wow, my future boyfriend is here. Just kidding. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for coming by and having a good sense of humor. We love the ladies that got a sense of humor. That's kind of, I think Dean coached her on the age gap question. I heard her say 40 to 50. Well, I don't know. I think I heard something different. I asked her what her preference was, and she, what did she say? She's 29, and she would go up to like 45, I think she said. Go down to 28, so she doesn't want a guy really young. Pretty clear that she wouldn't have been interested in someone my age. Yet she clarified later on that there are 22 and 23-year-olds there that would be. And I think she said it more than once, that it's just kind of an individual's decision. It's up to the woman, They don't have a set pattern, apparently. Flight Vegas to Nicaragua, only 270. Wow. See, I'll be in Vegas, so I have a decision to make now. Because here was my original plan. You know what happens to plans, right? I was going to fly to America when I know I can get back home. I was going to do what I got to do. I was going to be in California, and then I was going to be in Vegas and spend 2 or 3 days in each place. And then I was going to fly to Thailand on the way back. And now I'm starting to think Nicaragua. So now I got to figure out Nicaragua to the Philippines. Okay, Ed, you know what? I tend to agree with you. I think that because, you know what, Dean, for all that people want to say about him, he's a bullshitter, that's for sure. But aren't we all? You know, on some level, some degree, we put our best foot forward, like when we're on camera or getting a picture taken or going for a job interview. But I thought that she was fairly candid, and she was emphatic about a lot of things. And I thought she was well educated. I thought she was well spoken, and I don't know. I was impressed by her. Yeah, is it Pure Alpha Male? Wait, I forgot. Is it Pure Alpha Male or Life?
Pure Alpha Life. L-I-F-E. Pure Alpha Life. And you can see all of her adventures there.
All right, we'll be back. Little hair dye, some Botox, pocket full of lipstick, one-way ticket, I'm on it. China. And if you order the next 10 minutes, we'll double your order. That's true. You just pay the extra shipping and handling, which is where all the profit is. Yep, that's him. Yeah, dig it, man. I would love to have a connection everywhere. That would be so cool. Just to, every couple of weeks, do a live stream with someone new that lives somewhere else. Any volunteers? I'm on it. Buddy, how you doing, man? I heard you were getting a little disenchanted, I think I saw. So, Buddy Tripp is the man that came up with Today with Baby May. We love you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much, David. It came out actually better than I thought. I thought it would turn into a whole circus. I salute the young lady as a fox. I'm 67, would like to take her out. Well, I think you're a little past her age bracket, but apparently there are other women there that would be more than happy to accompany you. How about the single mothers? Are there a lot of single mothers like in the Philippines? Well, let's ask our resident expert. Okay. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to go use the restroom.
Okay.
Keep it nice.
Always, I keep it clean. You know that.
Okay, I don't want to come back and find out that there's 4 monkeys driving around on tricycles.
No.
You're holding a whip or something.
No,
all right, I'll be back in 3 minutes.
Okay.
So the question is, how about single mothers? Are there a lot of single mothers like the Philippines? There you go. Okay,
very good question. The History Project. There are. I would say it depends. It depends. Usually here. By the age of 20, maybe 15% of single women might have a baby. By the age of their 25, I would say you might even have 50%. By the time they get 28, 29, I would say a good 70%. So it kind of goes that way. And why is that? I don't know. I've been reading in the U.S. the fertility is really way down here. I don't know if it's a healthier diet or what, but here it seems like the girls are a lot more fertile than you have in a lot of other areas. So I would say, to answer your question, there are single mothers here, and at a real high rate? No, I would say it's a normal rate, because maybe they have a baby, but maybe they're with who they thought was going to be their boyfriend, their husband for their whole life, and they weren't just careless. But they do have birth control down here too. You can go to the clinic, you can get an injection, and you don't have to worry about it. So but a lot of the things here, to answer your question again, a lot of the things here, the women, their dream is, because they are very feminine, their dream is to have a baby. Her dream is to have my baby. and that's how it is. So that's something they want, and it's something. But here's one thing I like to say too about the Latinas: if their young daughter who is not married has a baby, they're not looking to get aborted. They love that baby and they accept that baby. So that's one thing here that there's. I think I would like to say I believe abortion is illegal here, but it's nothing that they'd seek after. I've had women tell me, oh, their daughter's pregnant or they're pregnant and they might be unmarried, and it's not a bad thing. It's actually, they believe it's a blessing from God. So there's no real stigma on it. They don't look down upon maybe a girl who, if she does get pregnant before her time, before she really expected it, they don't really kind of plan on it. It just kind of happens. So I hope that helps answer your question about single women in the Philippines. I'm going to check on my phone here, maybe catch up on some other questions here. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see here. You guys can shoot it over here. I'll try to read it off the phone here why Paul's not around here. A lot of people are asking about my channel. And I'm really glad everybody liked Esperanza. And that's kind of like a nice, typical girl. She's 29 or something like that. You can find the girls down here 18, 19 on up. But that's her personality is very charming. And that's the kind of girl you will find here. You'll meet her right away. You'll feel like you've known her. You feel like you've known her for years and years. There's no ice wall to break down. You can go out and have a drink with her. There's no having to double think yourself. Should I say this? Should I say that? You can ask these girls any question you want. They actually have a lot of respect for that. The fact that you don't really have to measure your words before you talk to them. And that's the beautiful thing about the society here. I can knock on my neighbor's door. Maybe I don't even know him. Whether it could be a young, sexy girl, I can say, let's go out for a little bit. And there's no stigma on that. And that's one thing I like about here, how social everybody is. And I know the difference. I lived in the U.S. until the age of 28. So I'm not looking at this blind. I know how it's so important to live in a community where everybody's so social and friendly and willing to accept outsiders. And like Esperanza, like her. So how are we doing?
Well, I missed all that, Dean. Are there a lot of single moms there?
I kind of went over. I kind of went over the rate again with her. One thing I did mention, it's when a girl here gets pregnant, even though she's not. One of the things is because they're femininity, they want to have a baby. That's the thing. And if they do get pregnant and they're single, the last thing they're doing is looking for abortion. They look at it as a gift from God, and their family will never turn their back on them. Will never throw them out. And it's looked upon as a blessing from God. And even if they're struggling, or maybe the last thing they wanted was an extra mouth in the house, they'll make it work. That's for sure.
All right. Well, let me ask you this way: of 100 single women, how many have babies?
Depends on how age. Depends on the age. I would say if they're 20 or if they're up to 20, like 15%. If you take it up to 25, you might say like maybe 40%, 45. If you take it up to 28, then there might be a higher, because again, it's just numbers are going to work out that way. And
so that's a very good question, by the way. Mm-hmm. So these guys, if I go there and I meet someone that's 38, or let's say 36, because that's baby May's age, she's most likely going to have a child.
Most likely. The thinking here in a Latino community, and I talked to my friends about this before. If a girl's like 25 and she doesn't have a baby, it's like maybe nobody wants to get with her. that's the thinking. It's almost a fertile. They love it, and to be fertile is something that it's something desired.
I totally get it.
They are they're desirable.
All right, let me get back to the comments, my friend. Thank you.
Okay, we'll be here waiting for you.
All right, man. That's a fact, Gary. That would never happen out here. Woo. That's scary. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm really glad you mentioned that. Bottom line, what number of men watching are going to be spending their money or sending her money? 275 are watching, so if she gets 5 to send her money, it'll be worth her time to do these interviews. But nobody's sending money because that's not what we set this up for. So there's been a 3 little super chats come in, but I've got no way to give that to Dean. So that's mine. No, but I don't see this as being a money grab. I forgot the question. Latin America and Southeast is day and night, different strokes for different folks. Yep, Ed. And I think you're going to be there. So let's get you on here. What was the TV history project? Let me go back. How about the single mothers? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I didn't give you credit for that, but there's so much going on here. Let's see. Thank you, Don. That's okay. Pure Alpha Life. Beware, there are a lot of airlines that are now either in bankruptcy or near bankruptcy. Perhaps your plane will not be taken off on the day you plan. What about maintenance of aircraft? Okay, fair warning. The wheels don't come off the bus with Dean. He adds another character who's almost non-existent online. Let's see. The wheels don't come off the bus with Dean. He adds character that is almost non-existent online YouTube. He is in much demand. Yeah, what I was referring to is the first time on the first interview that I did with Dean, I left, just like I just did now, to use the restroom. And the whole thing just went completely off the reservation. The first interview was by far a very funny time. I never laughed so hard in my life. Yeah. Everybody likes Dean or they hate Dean. One of the two. Hate's a strong word. They dislike. Pure Alpha Life. There you go, kids. Write it down. Make sure you subscribe if you're so like-minded. And you can check out what Dean's doing in real. Hello. Well, yeah, he gets a direct question I don't have the answer to. We'll just bring his ass in here. What dating sites do they use to want to start a conversation? Okay, here we go. Excuse me.
As far as dating sites down here, it's so easy to meet somebody. I really don't know of any dating sites. I meet a lot of sexy women off of Facebook because I might just look to see who's around here. But as far as a dating site, like a Hello Cupid, here I really don't know any of that. Maybe you could find something on like maybe a Tinder or something like that. But as far as anything that's really based down here, I don't really think you need it. Honestly, again, with my cosmetic company and everything, I know plenty of young, sexy women. I know more than I can handle, but you won't really need one once you come down here. What you could do is, if you're back in the north, just look at it on a Facebook, and you can see people here in Nicaragua. And if you see something you like, you can just send a message, and that's
what Facebook is massive here in the Philippines. Much more effective way to communicate than any dating site.
Right.
That's why I can't endorse any dating sites.
Right, exactly.
Because I think it's a waste of money.
Exactly. You don't need it. And once you're here, you can just walk out your door, and that's the best dating site you need. Anybody?
I have a question though. Is Facebook big there?
Yes.
The women? Okay.
Yes.
Because it's massive out here.
It's here too.
I mean, they live and die by what people post on Facebook.
Here it is the same. You'll find it exactly the same.
All right, Dean. We'll come grab you when we need you.
We'll be.
Costa Rica is a much better place than Nicaragua. Still true. Well, here we go. We got you back right away. You've been to Costa Rica.
I lived there 11 years.
11 years.
Yes, sir.
So what's your take on this question?
I feel when I lived there, it was a little better. It wasn't corrupted by all the tourists and everything else. When I lived there, I enjoyed it, but it was time to leave. Not only because the expenses have really gone up. That wasn't my main reason to leave. I always liked Nicaragua because I found it it was like an unfound gem or uncut gem. And I always liked it. Even when I lived in Costa Rica, I always had a lot of Nica friends. So I experienced Nicaragua even when I was living in Costa Rica. And I always knew, even if he asked me 10, 15 years ago, Dean, where do you think you'll be in 15 years? And I tell you at that point, Nicaragua. I just love the women. I found the women here in Nicaragua to be so passionate, loyal, loving. None of the girls in Costa Rica weren't, but a lot of there was just so much prostitution in Nicaragua. And it's just so drug ridden, and that's just not the society I want to live in. Jaco Beach now is destroyed. Yeah, Jaco Beach is destroyed by drugs and prostitution, And that's just not where I want to live. If you want to live there, that's fine. I have nothing against it. But I just prefer to live here. I feel nice. I'm relaxed. I have my rotation. I have my business. So I can't say enough about Nicaragua. I love it. The people are beautiful.
All right, man. We'll be back. Thank you, David. We appreciate that. Support the channel. Let's see what we got going next. Apparently, just talked to Dean about this. Facebook is the main thing. The videos looked fine here. Okay. How do I become high class? My opinion is that she wasn't coached. I could be wrong, but I didn't get the vibe that she was coached. I didn't either. I think she was coached to be, upfront and answer the questions, but is that code for lots of dollars? Let's see. So I just need to get up some cosmetic line and I'm golden. Yeah, but you're going to be competing with, the Dean guy. Ron, some women do watch it. They watch it just like we all watch train wrecks. You don't want to see it, but you can't help but look. Oh, did I miss you, Barry? I apologize. Thanks for being here, my friend. I sent some steak pics. Yeah, I saw. Thanks a bunch. Ed likes to torture me with pictures of food. And those steaks looked awesome, but I wouldn't be buying them. I don't know what's going on. I think the whole thing in the States, get off track a little bit for 2 minutes if we can, is what I've been reading, Ed, is that, the shortages with drivers. There's not that many drivers on the road. Production fell down. Gas prices are up. Inflation's going through the ceiling. So all that combined, you're looking at higher prices across the board. Okay. They're doing the dishes. Funny, I checked flights from New York City, and they're about 900 round trip, actually higher than to go to the Philippines. Really? See, that's the thing about airlines, man, is it's just, it's all over the map. Are they using ivermectin to treat COVID? Have you heard that? I have not. I heard they were using it in India. I have been to Nicaragua several times. It's been 6 years the last time, but I found it to be safe, fairly clean for CA, is that California, and not particularly touristy. I was on the Grenada, not San Juan. Well, appreciate that, Randy. A little confirmation. So I don't know, guys. What do you think I should do? Skip Thailand and go to Nicaragua? Dean has a business that makes these girls money so he can work a rotation. But your average mega simp has little or no chance to be a dean. The pie is in the sky. I really dislike that word simp. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I think what you're saying, though, is probably got some validity to it. He's a very go-getter guy, and he's not your average Joe. So if someone is shyer or more withdrawn or not, more passive, they wouldn't have the success. But that's probably been the story of their whole life. Beware of this. We keep hearing that. So I just need to come up with a cosmetic. See, I'm going over this. Yes, he was working late today, but watch the rerun, David. There is no GoFund up and running for the Dean Volume Fund. Yeah, I told everybody, get your I don't know about that, Max. I would beg to differ, but you're entitled to your opinion. Too bad I was not here earlier to catch it. I would have run the microexpressions reactions. Dean seems to be within 7 to 8% of alpha. That's lucky to be able to filter out people playing with words out, doesn't it? Yes. You know what? That is a super good point, Scott. A lot of the alphas are some of the most sensitive people on the planet. I actually watched, after Dean, I Googled alpha and red pill, blue pill, and all that. And I listened to a couple of these guys. And I thought that Dean was much closer to being what you would think of as a true alpha male as opposed to those guys. They were like, they had some hate in them, you know, towards the feminists and all this, that, and the other. They were almost like women haters, the extreme guys. And Dean's nothing close to that. He just wants to be what he is. Yeah, I agree with you, Scott. He's legit. We have a dissenting opinion here, but that's okay. Dean is hilarious. Yeah, we got so many comments. You can see I'm gonna be here for a while. All right, I may have missed you, kids, because it skipped. I always thought that business employees don't mess with the hired help. I guess Dean is the exception and anomaly to the rule. The rotation probably has other boyfriends on the side. It's possible, David. Stanley Steamer. Walmart women. Ugh. Hello to my little friend. The micro expressions. Oh, is that my tell? Hey, thank you very much, David. We appreciate that. Yes, you can call me Phil. You know what? I'll leave that alone. Go to bed. I'm going to bed pretty soon. I've had 2 hours of sleep, and then Dean. We had a thunderstorm last night at midnight. Good Lord. Hey, young lady, how are you? Calling me old man. What are you talking about? Yeah. This is one of the funniest ladies on the planet right here. One of my favorite people. We had a good time. She came in to do Maggette, and we hung out and had a couple of nights, a couple of days of coffee, and we laughed our asses off. So check out her channel too. Let's see. I traveled all over Latin America. They love the gringos. I do not send money. I marry them, bring them to the USA, and they get rid of me in 2 years. And then you just start all over. Since the minute they're leaving the U.S., I might move back. I'll be the hot commodity. Yeah. She liked to cook. It seems Dave can maybe sell sand to an Arab. I agree. See, you got all your friends here. Let's see, how in the world do you know if any money is being made by these girls? If a guy meets a girl in Nicaragua through Dean and then returns to the United States, he starts sending the girl money, we would never know it. There's a point. But, well, that's a whole other topic I could go into. Yeah, good old Lynn, my buddy. Now, the rooster's over there. I don't have a place to put him here at this little location. Thank you very much. Glad someone noticed it. Has Dean been to Panama? Let's ask him.
George, how you doing? Good to see you. No, I've never been to Panama. I've been to, of course, Costa Rica and in this area, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and I did go up to Honduras just to check it out. one time, and that was enough. But no, I have not been to Panama. I heard very good things about it. I actually heard it was a little hotter than it is here in Panama.
All right, Dean, we'll have you back. This is actually going pretty good today, huh? Dean's lifestyle is bad choice for any girls, no value. Lynn, all your friends here today? Dean, you know what, Jax, that's a decent point there. Dean is having a ball. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I agree. How's the fishing out there, Lynn? This girl has got an awesome laugh, I'm telling you. How many girls are as open as Dean's girls?
Good question. How many girls are as open as Dean's girls? That depends. If they all had their way, they want to have the rotation. They do it because from the beginning I was honest with them. And even when I first met her, I said, listen, if you do become my girlfriend, you have to understand there's 4 more right in front of you who are there. So if you're okay with it, that's fine. But we're not going to lie or deceive anybody. But there might other be girls who aren't okay with it. So it all depends. It's a personal choice whether they're okay with it or not. Girls like to compete. You know that. So again, there's a saying that if a girl likes what she can't have. And it's a saying that a girl would rather have a man that other girls want than a man that than have a man to herself that no other girls want. It's just a saying. Is there any truth to it? Might be. But yes, she is jealous. The other ones are jealous. But there are some girls you could come down here and you could be honest with a girl and say, listen, honey, I'm new to town here. I want to keep my options open. I'd like to date you. We could have an open relationship. But in the meantime, I'm still going to keep my eyes open and look to see what else comes my way. And I think that's the best thing, to be honest with them. And she'll respect you more that way than to come up with lies and conspiracies and to tell her something that's not true. I tell the girls that no matter what it is, and a lot of the guys might, I don't want to lose her because she's so sexy. No, it's better just to be up front with her, be honest, let her know what you think, how you want to do it. And if she's okay with it, it's not. If not, then it was fully disclosed to her.
I agree with that 1,000%, and I mirror that effect. Because when I was single and I would meet a woman, and here in the Philippines, it's a whole different dynamic. After 4 hours, they're ready to move in with you.
Right.
It's a weird dynamic over here.
And it doesn't like you.
If they like you.
It doesn't
but
make
like you, what I would do is I would be totally brutally honest with them. I would say, no, I am dating. And if you want to hang out with me Monday, great. But I'm going to tell you right now that Tuesday and Wednesday, I've got something else going on. Mm-hmm. And it actually worked, I thought, to my benefit. So, and there's no reason to lie.
No, none at all.
I really get upset with guys that lead a woman on. I think it's building false hope. And I think it's a very, very low class, low life thing to do.
It's the worst thing you can
do. And you know what? I would rather tell somebody the truth and have them tell me I can't accept that. Mm-hmm. And then we can both agree
right.
It's not going to work. And we both move on with our day.
Right.
And it's done in 30 seconds.
Exactly.
Whereas these assholes will tell the girl, I love you. I'm going to buy you this. I'm going to do that. And meanwhile, they're filly farting around with everybody else in town and telling them all the same thing. And that's just the wrong way to do it. You know, be upfront, be honest, and it's the truth will set you free. Mm-hmm. Is a very, very valid statement.
Right.
It really is the way to work. So I applaud you for that.
And there might have been 1 or 2 girls who weren't okay with it. But if you look at my net result, I have 5, so I'll have to give up the 1, and I have 5. So my net is right there, and everybody's honest. Right. And everybody knows the rules.
I'll bring you back. Okay, let's see here. How many? Let's see. Okay, Dean, now that you know about the fills, don't try and convince Paul to start in a fill rotation. No, I would never do that. I really respect Dean's honesty and candor, but I'm just a one-woman guy. So I'm boring. I'm not exciting like Dean. Now, maybe we could put you on next time, Lynn, when Dean's on, and we can get you guys going at each other. You were on for a minute with him, but I think I caught you when you just woke up. So is this in Nicaragua? Both the wife and the lover can go to jail, minimum 2 to 4 months to a maximum of 4 years. Are you speaking about the Philippines or Nicaragua? I want to ask Dean how he would feel if his daughter. Okay, here we go.
Okay, let me just read the question, make sure I got it right. If my daughter had been on somebody's rotation, no, and I'll tell you why. I think if you raise your children right, and you teach them right and wrong, and you have to allow you can't protect them like in a bubble. You have to let them know at a young age, this is the way of the world, that you have to trust them to make good decisions, because you're going to have to clip the wings. You're going to, you know what I mean? They're going to fly on their own. You're going to have to cut the cord someday. So the best thing to do, and what Latin people will do, be very honest with the children. They might ask at a young age, where do babies come from? And they're not going to be told the stork brings them. They're going to kind of be explained where babies come from. And it's not a bad thing. So I think if you install good values, and you let your children have the freedom, but to use good common sense, that's all you can ask for. Because there's a lot of people who live in double lives and anything. And I think the Sophia might learn, she might be a part of rotation, because if she sees what she sees as a high valued man, as somebody she thinks would be a great father, that there's going to be other women coming in on that. It's going to just be that way. That's the way it is. The women are going to come in, and she's going to see that, and hopefully she'll be a competitor. She'll get that competitive spirit from me and say, hey, if that's the man I want, there might be a rotation, but I know I can get past that rotation. I'm not going to run the other way. Huh?
Well, personally, it wouldn't bother you if your daughter got caught up.
No, because she is going to be able to make her own decisions. It would infuriate me if she decided to use drugs. It would infuriate me if she decided to do a lot of things like that. But if she decided that that's what she would want to do, I would say, hey, it worked for me. And look at your Lenny. She's a medical student. So, these aren't people who aren't thinking about their future, who aren't going places. So if she said to me that's truly what she wanted, and that's how she felt because she met a guy who has multiple boyfriends, that would be her choice. I would not look to damage that relationship by having daddy pull her back and saying, no, you're 18, you can't go with him. She's not going to marry. I'm not going to pick her husband. She's going to pick her husband.
Fair enough. Thank you, Dean. No, I don't think it is. Big Dave. Lynn. Well, I fully agree with that. It's just wrong on a lot of levels. But we're talking about the legal issues. We'll tune in to hear Paul talking. He goes, one time to like him. His show, his rules. Thank you, my friend. Maybe Dean can show some of the interactions between the ladies in his rotation. If you ever need conflict with the members of his rotation, don't let the Central and South American ladies have tempers. Well, that would be a good video topic for Dean. We won't ask him that question, but I'm sure he's listening, and maybe he will pick up on that. And if there's a cat fight or something to that effect, he can film it. No, Dean's still here, buddy. She liked you a little, Paul. Yeah. I'm doing great. Okay. Tuna fishing. All right, Lynn. Women are choosing not to remarry after divorce. It states the men. Women are choosing not to remarry after divorce in the States. Not the men making that choice. I don't know about that. Paul going to Nicaragua. Not at least find a woman old enough to have watch Yogi Bear. That'll be with watch Teletubbies. Yeah. There is a certain dynamic there. So who is the ace of the rotation? I believe it's the young lady that's with him right now. Well, Rinlin, they want you to do a live today. She was real. He's entertaining, better than watching COVID. That's a fact. He's better than Dr. Fauci. Well, we're going to rerun it. So if you like, you can jump in and skip through it and do all that fun stuff. All right. Dean, are you listening?
Is that the question you have right up there from John?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very, very much so. In fact, even Dave said that when he came down here, he found the Nicaraguan people to be very, very, very welcome, very, very welcoming, and had no problems meeting people. Again, it's not like in some countries, like in France, or where you don't speak French, they won't talk to you. Here, people are very, very open. They're more than happy to meet with you. Dave has never been for company to go out and have a beer or something like that. And again, he's only been here a month or two, and you can ask him too. So no, to answer that, they're very, very accepting. On a 1 to 10, I give them an 11.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, I think so too. He's never had a navel kiss from the inside. Hi, Glenn. I'm sorry you're not interested in him. There's a women that understand Western humor. There's a good question.
Good question. I would say sarcasm is something that is very unique in the Western world. So I would say no. And when I first moved down here, I wasted some of my best jokes on them. They're not open to sarcasm. They don't follow them. So I'm not sarcastic with them at all. I have a good sense of humor. You watch our videos and everything. You can see how we get along. But no, Latin people, generally speaking, that's something very unique, I would say, to the when I say Western U.S., maybe the Brits have their own kind of humor, too, if you ever watch any of those Brits. But no, again, good question. Let's see, Western humor. Okay, Western sarcasm and good nature. Yeah, of course, good nature. And they are very, they do have a great sense of humor. Even you probably saw that come across a lot with Esperanza, too. She was laughing. And that was a good sample of somebody. So I'm happy she was able to join us here tonight.
Yeah, can they take a punch? In other words, can you when I say that, I mean, can they take a ribbing? You know, can you say something in jest? Like let's say, for example, she gets herself all dolled up for the evening, okay? And you say, so when are you gonna get ready? You know, that's like that's kind of what I do, because I'm sarcastic also. Could she take that as a joke?
Yeah, no, they do have a good sense of sense of humor. But these girls in my rotation, they're always looking for my validation. So if they think I'm not validating her, they'll chase that to the end of the world. Women are always looking for validation. So you have to let them know how good looking they are. But you might say their friends good looking too, or something like that. You know, to kind of push them a little bit, because they're always testing. Your woman's always going to be testing you. That's just the way they are. They're going to test you to see if you're going to make a good father, that type of thing. So yeah, but to go back to the humor, they do have a good sense of humor. But sarcasm, like I said, when I first moved down to Costa Rica, I wasted my best lines, and they went unappreciable.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm super sarcastic too.
Right.
I've had the same issue.
Right.
Some of my funniest stuff has just gone right over the head.
Right, exactly.
In fact, it's got a few people pissed off at me because they didn't know it was humor.
Right, they might take it the wrong way. So.
All right, we'll bring you back. Let's see. There's not many foreign guys say Mexico or Costa Rica. Okay. I don't think there are a ton of guys down there. I don't know. I don't understand Spanish, so. He is the rotation machine. Yeah, Ancho saying, class resort, community looking anywhere close to ranches, going to percentage home with the rich and famous. Not me, nor I, Ed. Yeah, that is coming. Okay, let's ask.
Okay. Bailar salsa, right? Most of my lives. She. I was just asking her. She does. She does. Qual? The dos. She does. I can't speak. I don't dance. I don't dance. I'm just asking her as a test here. The closest one to me. She does. She dances both. The two of them. She does very well. Mm-hmm.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
This is moving along nicely. Yeah. Yeah, the blessing is the baby. It's correct. It is correct. Yeah. Oh, that's what I heard. I heard car rentals were through the ceiling, and used cars in general. It's a house that was still entertaining. Just don't ever send money after you meet her. Some applies. Or I agree. I agree. 100%. You got that right. I have to say, Dean was his best today, staying on track and living to his throw the check. I was too, kind of. I was and I wasn't. He seems to temper down with time. I think the first time he was hyper excited, and but you know what, man, he's the same guy each time. But I like this format where he's in and he's out, and we get a direct question. We just bring him up and let him answer it. So, okay. Randy, YouTubers keep up like this, the Nicaragua will be getting more foreigners. Well, good for the foreigners, I think. Another option. I've never seen that show. Her hand on Dean's shoulder to keep him calm and slowly talking down. Yeah. One of the guys in the same apartment who uses Tinder and Bumble mainly pay by the hour for those sites. I'm not a big believer in those sites. Many airlines have gone bankrupt. Pan Am, Eastern, several feeder airlines folded last year. I guess that's the side effects of COVID, eh? Wow. So right now, it doesn't sound like it's overly polluted with foreigners. Let's ask him. They sure as hell do here.
Oh, and yeah, no, it's they can. My YouTube, my Facebook, it's like I'm in a fishbowl. Everything's very open. There's nothing hidden here. No deception going on. It'd be easy to find. She's right here. They all know they all have Facebook. They're my friends in Facebook. So yeah.
Well, are they? I think the question is, because it happens out here. Are they looking at your Facebook? Is it something that they are? Do they check it like 3 times a day or something like that?
Oh, I'm sure. In fact, I don't even have a password on my phone, so they can pick up They can pick up my phone. I won't even care as long as they don't erase any important messages. They can pick up my phone, read everything. There's nothing hidden here. What they see is what they get. There's no contrasegna or what you call it, the password. So it's all.
In general, I guess what the question though, Dean, is in general is, let's just say I go over there and I have a password on my phone. Mm-hmm. Would that be something that upsets them, or would that cause them suspicion?
In my particular situation, I wouldn't say suspicion, because again, if I have 5 girlfriends, what would be the worst thing? They find out I have another one. No, again, we have a kind of mutual. We have the respect here where they don't play with my phone, they don't touch anything or erase it. But in the worst case, if they did, there's nothing they're going to find that they don't already know. They don't already know about. Yeah. I hope I answered the question correctly.
Yes, you did. Fair enough. Thanks. I think Dean is a good guy and honest. There you go, Randy. Yeah. Yeah, there's a good one for her to answer. She understood what he said. She was picking up on some English. That is good. I'm thinking if it just takes a suitcase cosmetics, then I'll have good luck with the women. I'm going down to meet Dean on Wednesday for a week. There you go, Michael. If you're serious, let us know what's going on. And Dave's going with you. How about Belize? I don't know. Has he been to Belize? Have you been to Belize?
No, I have never been to Belize. Remember, in this zone of Central America, I've only been to Honduras for a very short time, and Nicaragua and Costa Rica, but I never been to Belize. I hear it's very nice, but I enjoy the senoritas here in Nicaragua. So there's really no reason for me to. There's no motivation.
Awesome. How's the lockdown? So sad. Don't think the country will open until 2023. Maybe when D30 and his cronies are gone, things will change for the better. William, I wish I could tell you, buddy. I asked that question myself. I know as much as you do, and it just keeps changing. My rule of thumb is I stop worrying about it. I stop thinking about it. And when I start seeing planes and people getting off the plane and going straight to their hotel, then I'll figure it's okay. But what day and year that is, I have no clue. Turn movie Dean off already. I can't wait to follow Playboy Dean through his lover's lane, Glenn. Be careful, Paul. Dean may put you in the rotation if you go to Nicaragua. Yeah, no, huh? There's a scary thought. Yeah, you know, it's the problem is I have friends in Thailand that I'm dying to see. So I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. Does Dean use to keep up with the rotation? I don't know. He's asking. How many Viagra do you use?
How many? No, thank God. If I use them, I tell you about them. If you're down here and you want them, you can go right to the pharmacy. They're like $1, maybe 50 cents. No questions asked. They don't want to know who your doctor is. They don't ask any questions. No, thank God. I'm 48, but it works. Everything works exactly as it was meant to. But if anybody down here, if they want to get Viagra, I think they even have generics or the name brand. But you can get them down here at any pharmacy very inexpensively without any questions, concerns, comments. And but no, right now I don't have to use them. I have to knock on wood here, but I'm still saluting good.
All right, buddy. I fly to all of Central and South America. Colombia is by far all the best. Okay. The alpha male is the other side of the coin is feminism. To some degree. I would agree with that. And Mr. Lewis thinks he's just a clown. Marilyn, you're getting so much attention here. Yeah, I know. We do. We need to get together. We had so much fun. Should have been against the law. It says Panama is nothing to write home about unless you have a sailboat to repair. I got that vibe off of Panama. I looked at Panama when I was searching countries, and for some reason, it just didn't float my boat. Oh, there you go. Right on. China Dave, we got you over to the other side, huh? Yeah. Thank you very much. Some people say it's creepy. Oops, what happened? Oh, here we go. Well, there you go. That's the question only the girls can answer. Hello, my friend. Thank you very much. I don't know. Let's ask him. Here you go, Deanie.
You know, I was asking myself that same question. In fact, one viewer says, I think, Dean, his rotation's like a hurricane. It goes up to number 5 and then comes back down to number 1 in time. And there might be some truth to that. How can right now I'm doing well and everything but I would say maybe, George, yeah, I would probably see myself one day, it might be 10 years from now, it might be 20 years from now, but maybe one. This one's in line. She's behaving. She's doing well. She treats me like gold. So if I had to pick one aside of Fabi, because that's Sophia's mother, if I had to pick one right now in this minute, who I think would be the best, I'd have to say it's a sexy Yerlani. Because again, she's been behaving well, no problems, and she treats me like I walk on water. So I understand that a lot of people think, I'm pompous or I understand how good of a woman she is. I said I've had over how many ex-women I've had, and I'm very experienced with women, and it's nice to find somebody who does treat you like this and who actually is jealous like that, because it does show a degree of concern. You don't want a woman who isn't jealous and just treats you like yesterday's newspaper either. So it's cute that she's jealous.
All right.
I like it.
Dean. Let's see, Paul, listen, you may learn something. I never realized how limited my developed thinking was until I met Dean. I don't think he has, but let's ask him.
Yes, my routine, I would go back twice a year for 10 days. I go back twice a year for 10. Yeah, I would, and because it's only a 2-hour flight here, so I'd get into Miami, and that's not too far from where my family is in my folks. So I would fly back 2 times a year for 10 days. After 10 days, I kind of get itchy to come back. You can see why. But I haven't been back there since February, if not this year, the year before. And of course, that's because I don't want to fly with a mask over my face and have Q-tips shoved up my nose and everything like that. And that's the only reason. I'm looking forward to going back when traveling is normal again. But yes, my routine is 2 times, maybe birthdays or something like that. 2 times a year for 10 days. That's 20 days. And that's enough. They're happy to see me come, and they're happy to see me go.
I mean, May's friends wouldn't stand a chance if it was me, but I'm a bad boy. Oop, I don't understand that one. Yeah, it's against the law here. He needs to work on his video content. He repeats himself like 10 times in his videos. It's painful to watch. Doesn't realize we don't care about his makeup line. All right, well, we'll take that as constructive criticism, Big Dave. Yeah, pandemic's done some damage, huh? Mine, I don't know.
Okay. There is some Mayan blood down here. In fact, the Mayans were told to look for the 2 volcanoes here in Nicaragua. So that was the story I read. So there is some Mayan blood down here, and you can see in some of the people, a lot don't have those features of a Mayan. But I believe that the Mayans were told to go look for the country from one of their guides that have 2 volcanoes. And here in Costa Rica, I think there's either 5 or 7 volcanoes, but there's 2 very close to each other. So that's the best answer I can come up with from now. There is Mayan, but the people don't consider themselves Mayans.
Okay. That's it, Dean. Having a RE. Paul, I came in late. You do not seem as amused. Oh, it's actually it's been it hasn't been the comedy that it used to be. I'm very interested. I am on 2 hours of sleep, so you have to forgive me if I see I'm a little detached. But I'm hanging in there with us. And no, it's not the comedy that we had before. We're actually getting some facts out there. Does Dean have a YouTube channel? Yes, it is Pure Alpha Life. It's against the law in the military, adultery in the U.S. Oh, I didn't know that. Gabriel, I was about to ask that. Okay. How does the general public and the girls' families think about someone dating rotation? Would we feel safe there? Yeah, we addressed that early on. And apparently the families don't seem to have a problem with it. And the locals don't have a problem with it. And according to everybody, it's generally just safe. Military law, that is different, right? Is Dean Smelly done enough of the hierarchy of rotation? This will teach me of his values. Well, let me ask Dean. You ask Dean.
Good question, Mike. And I'm glad you asked that. Yes, of course, Fabi is number one because it comes with Sophia. So that's the top priority. Whatever Sophia needs or whatever that comes with that. Absolutely, no questions about it. She is number one because of that, because of Sophia. And you can watch all the videos and see. Now, Fabi, you might see her. She doesn't come out a lot in the videos because she is a little camera shy. And I said to the viewers, I said, we'll get her there. She's getting better and better every day with being less camera shy. Your Lenny kind of likes the camera. She's in this concourses or this beauty contest, so she likes it. And so does like Soul and some of the other girls. They enjoy the camera. But Fabi is kind of in the shadows. And the only reason being is because she doesn't like the cameras. But we go to the gym 3 days a week. We're always together. And you do see that in a lot of our videos. So yes, that shows my values because I put Sophia's number one above all. But then, of course, I have my rotation.
Thank you, Dean. Where'd I go? Oh, I bounced. I bounced. Hang on, kids. Here we are. Okay. What is a bad Jew? Did I miss something? Do the girls in rotation other guys that they hook up with? According to an earlier conversation, no, they don't. Having daughters do that healthy bringing up. Dean, you have limited experience with life. Okay, well, Glenn's not a fan. But that's okay. Pure Alpha Life. For those that want to know how you can see more of Dean, it's Pure Alpha Life. Slow down, Dean. He can't, Angelica. What a pretty name. Oh, yeah. Good morning to you, too. Cute spit curl. Let's see. New York State penal law. A person is guilty of adultery. He should engage in sexual intercourse with another person at a time he issues as a living spouse. I wonder if that's a state deal. State by state, maybe it changes, huh? Oh, there's my answer. It varies by state. Thank you very much, Dan P. Yeah. It's funny how Paul puts Dean in timeout until it's time to answer a question. The analyst you don't speak to spoken to. You're seeing not heard. No, I have to get through the comments. Is the only reason, David. There's a bunch of comments, and if I left Dean on here, he's a little longer-winded than I am, if you can believe that. See what I'm saying? Does he ever come up for air? Yeah, we think Dean's got like a fourth lung. Paul, keep listening. Dean is rotation. The rotation man is in session. Wow, you got that idiot Dean. Sorry, Paul, I unsubscribed. Okay. It's funny, as soon as Dean finishes answers, Paul takes him out. I have to. It would be here until midnight. Which lady is the best in bed, Dean? You know, to answer this, you know you're a dead man. Well, I think we'll leave that one out of asking Dean. We don't want to put him on the spot. There's John. I think Costa Rica is a tourist spot. I used to work with a guy that went to Costa Rica every year. Foreigners can buy land there. How you doing, John? Let me go back. Sense of Style is a vlogger here in Dumaguete, and he does a lot of stuff with motorbikes and overall stuff, and he plays a banjo and a guitar, and he sings, and so you might want to check out Sense of Style while you're at it. Let's see. Typically, how many offers must Dean make up to have a young woman living? Okay, here we go. Ask him.
Okay, typically, how many offers must Dean make to have a young lady willing to join the rotation? Well, right now I don't have. I'm not taking on any more right now. I'm at my limit as far as I don't really make the offers to the women. A lot of the women want to get into my rotation, so it's kind of the other way around as far as that is. But again, you have to kind of, Paul. How do you interpret this? What exactly, or what? How do you see this? Do I have to?
I think what he's saying is this: let's say you approach 10 women.
Okay.
Out of the 10, how many would say yes?
Okay, given
your lifestyle.
Okay, given the fact, that I have a rotation, I would say you're probably out of 10. You're probably going to have 2 that are just not going to go for a rotation. That's just something they're not. Say maybe 2, maybe even push up to 3. You might have 3 at that. Of those other 2, they might be amused by it. They might want to think about it. So then let's shave 2 more off. Okay, so let's take the first 3, the next. So at 50%. So if I say your close rate, if you will, is probably better than 50%, but you're always going to have somebody who is not going to go for a rotation no matter what. That's just something that they're not into, and you're not going to change that. I don't want to have to change that. I don't think it's necessary to have to reprogram somebody if they don't accept it for what it is. I want to know that within the first 30 seconds, I can wash my hands and go on to the next one, because there's no shortage of young ladies down here who are willing to join the rotation.
Okay, thank you. We'll be back. Did Dean and Billy's, the girls, answer about dangling salsa and merengue? She said yes. He added yes. Very well. Oh, there you go. Your Ritalин's kicking in. Maybe Dean's rotation can help with the Yankees. How do you meet girls in the Philippines during this pandemic? I don't know. I've been in a relationship for 2 years. So I've been out of that scene for a long time. But I will address this, that Facebook. Now, it's unusual because I was introduced to Baby May. It was like a blind date kind of situation. But the most effective way that I think to meet a woman in the Philippines is via Facebook. You guys are funny. That's it. I think that Dean's girlfriend there really likes him, because I don't think he has enough money for a woman of that caliber. Okay. You guys are going off about baseball. I heard that it's not happening. We went over the safety issue. People are talking about retiring Nicaragua. You truly retire if you have a rotation. I think it may be more work here. I agree. I mean, it just sounds like more work to me than it would be worth, but, to each his own. I don't know, but the girl on earlier verified that there is indeed a rotation. However, this young lady is his favorite. I mean, he just said that if he had to pick right now, it would be her. I found out the airline fare to Bangladesh is twice as expensive from Philippines as from New York City. Why would, I don't know. I wouldn't want to go to Bangladesh, though. Should you have a special background check when Dean is on the show? Yeah. Is there a similar law against dating, living with separated or married women? Let's ask him. I'll be back, kids. I'll be back, Dean.
Okay, Frank. Let's see here. Is there a similar law against dating or living with separate or married women? No, again, I can't give any legal advice. I can just tell you what my experience was. And nobody's looking for somebody just because they're living with a separated or again, none of my girls are married. I really don't want to get involved with a married woman. Separated, no, that either. But again, no, there really is no law. I don't know of anybody. They're not going around with a clipboard knocking on doors looking for somebody who's sleeping with somebody else's wife. Again, what you'll find here is a lot of the problems interfamily. You kind of have to work it out with your wife or your husband or working out. It's not really society where you call the police and come over because this person said something bad about me or that person. There's not a whole lot of Karens or Darrens around here. So if you have a little problem, you have to sit down and talk about it with the other people involved. but it's not really a daddy state or mommy state where you have to call this person or that person and get anybody involved or say, well, she's married or she has a boyfriend, she's sleeping with this guy. You really don't have that here in Nicaragua, which I think is a good thing. But again, I wouldn't suggest that anybody get involved with a married woman or a separated woman. But I don't think they'll be knocking your door down with a battering ram because maybe they heard through the grapevine that you slept with Maria and Maria had a husband. They weren't separated she wasn't separated from Jose, and they still had an open matrimonial or an open marriage. And you won't have anything like that there really that I even heard of. So again, I can't give any legal advice, nor what I would. I can just tell you about my personal experiences. I don't get involved with any married people or people that I know is married. But again, I don't think you're going to come out on the 6 o'clock news because you slept with Maria because her and Jose didn't get the divorce decree. I don't think so. And that's all I can tell you again is I can only give you experience. I can't give you any conseil or what's the word advice. I can't give you any advice on what to do or what not to do. But again, to keep it clean, if I knew the girl was married, I'd stay away from her. There's going to be a whole lot of other available ones here. So why even open Pandora's box?
I think the responsible thing, Dean, and I think you'll agree, is that type of thing needs to be researched on an official site.
Exactly.
The laws of the country and all that.
Right.
Why a guy would go after a married woman?
There's no need for it.
Beyond me, or who has a significant other already is beyond me. But different strokes for different folks, right? So, if you're really curious about that, either the Philippines, Nicaragua, any country, look it up on an official site. Don't listen to a couple of knuckleheads like us. We don't know. All right, I'll bring you back, boss. Let's see. White Dog, we appreciate that very much. I'll have to give that to Baby May, because I have no way of giving it to the baby mama. I have poor Spanish skills. Spanish, they're similar to the sound of Colombian Spanish. Well, here we go. Back to Dean. Here we go. We got you again, buddy.
Yeah, okay. I would say yes, very, very, very similar because I would say Mexican Spanish. They use a lot of like slang words. You might get a little caught up in it. I watch some Mexican shows, but the Spanish here in Nicaragua, all through Central America, after you get past Mexico, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Honduras, Costa Rica, Panama, all the way down into Argentina, the Spanish is very similar, and they don't use their slang you'd understand. There's a lot of Mexican shows, soap operas and stuff come out, and you get to pick it up, but they use a lot of slang that if you didn't have your ear tuned in for it, you might not really understand exactly. But here you're in a good area, and they do speak Spanish slowly, and you should not have no problem picking up and learning it.
Believe it or not, I have a hard time understanding Australians.
I do too. The longer time I spend outside the U.S. and I don't have the ear turned on to English all day long, it gets harder for me to understand people from the U.K. and like you said, people from Australia. I have a difficult time understanding them when I watch them.
Because of the slang that they use.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So they'll use a word for a cup, and it isn't cup. It's
exactly. Yeah. And that's just a territorial type of thing.
It's just one of those things. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, Deanie, stand by. Let's see. What about STD for having multiple girls? Well, let's go right back to Dean.
Okay. Knock on wood again. Never had anything that I had to go get clipped off or injections for. But here, I don't think, as far as, let's talk about one of the most serious ones, AIDS. That's something nobody wants to get. I haven't heard of any cases here in years and years and years. And as you know, one of the girls, Candy, who was part of the rotation, she was a nurse. I often asked her about that. Do you have any patients here that have AIDS? And she says, no, that's really not really high up. There's something that she never even treated anybody or knew of anybody that had it up here. Any other type of things? The pharmacy's open. I'm sure gonorrhea, it's here because of anything. No area is immune to that. So you couldn't, but can you get treated here? Yes. You don't have to go see the doctor. You can probably go in the pharmacy. You can get the penicillin shot. And but I wouldn't say here. But again, there's no prostitution here, that type of thing. Even I do have multiple partners. That's of course. But again, they're not like multiple prostitutes. That's a whole different story. It's girls that are sitting with 5, 6, 7 guys, that type of thing. Do we practice safe sex? Absolutely not. It takes away some of the fun. But STDs is something that I never had experience with. I can ask, Candy told me that, and I can ask next time I go to the pharmacy, are they selling a lot of the penicillin shots for guys who are getting a little leaky?
All right, buddy. We'll bring back. Leaky. Thank you very much. Yeah, Google gets 30% of all these little, not little, but the donations. So I appreciate that, Don. And that'll go to Baby May. Maybe Dean can bottle his essence into a product line along with his cosmetics and call it Dean's Mystic. Try Dean's Mystic for the true alpha male experience and enjoy endless erections and rotations. There's a spirit, David. Dean's Oil and Elixir. Dean, how much budget do you have for a month and what kind of lifestyle do you have? I want to see. It was $1,500 to $1,600. We addressed that, Victor. US dollars. Unfortunately, travel will not be normal again. I'm afraid I got to agree with you, buddy. Not as repetitious as Sunshine's Shoulders. Again, that's another channel I've only glanced at. That was a good morning in Japanese. Paul, could you or May please interview a foreign woman that moved to the Philippines? I'd like to see how their perspectives. I've been trying to meet up with like an American female, a British female, Australian female, and there's just not that many. And those that I have encountered, I've actually asked a couple of ladies, and they're like, no way. So good suggestion. I would love to do that. I would love that more than anything because it's not being done. So if I can, I will, Tisha. Let's see, Victor, $1,000 US is good here. You don't have to pay for the girls. Okay, there you go. Now, a Dean's budget is about $1,500 to $1,600. I joined late. I like this evening format where you can cut him off after the answer and avoid his rambling. You should not watch when Dean is on the live show. Yeah, I think it's a good format because, number one, Dean's calmed down a lot since he's first time here. And I'm just trying to read through the comments for you guys. And then when there's a bona fide question, we bring Dean in to answer it. In Nicaragua, when he shops, does he ever get out of stock? There we go. Here's a question for him. Do you get this? Do you get out of stock there?
Okay. Maybe at the smaller places, like you might call pulperia, the smaller places, sometimes like anything, it's just a matter of anticipation of sales. But where I shop is owned by Walmart. And if anybody has that system down, they got it down better than anybody else. They're not number one for no reason. So there's almost never do I go in that store and they don't have whatever I might need. So to answer your question, Dave, in the little pulperias, maybe because they're mom and pop stores and they maybe whatever reason. But most of my shopping, 95% is done at Pali or Maxi Pali, and that's owned by Walmart. And you better believe they have those anticipated sales down to a science.
Yes, they have. Thank you, Dean. Well, I got to tell you that I see 3 benefits to Nicaragua right now to the Philippines. I see the out of stock. Well, the other 2. I just had a Joe Biden moment. What was it? It's safe here. It's safe there. But it seems like the shopping is better. The food is better, according to him. And something else that I can't remember. I don't know about that, buddy. I think he's leading the life he wants to lead. They actually will run into another store to grab it if they can. They will walk a mile to get to Tanea. Crazy for real. Sounds like the service over there is better. Well, would you consider visiting Colombia? Seems a little more dangerous. I don't know anything about Colombia, but Nicaragua sounds like someplace that would be very interesting to go see. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. They have a Walmart there, which is huge because I have issues shopping for clothes, pants, stuff that I'm used to getting at Walmart, and I do get frustrated with things being out of stock. It sounds like the variety of the food over there is a little better than it is here in the Philippines. And there was something else, but it'll come to me. So the girls are doing it just for fun. I guess it's just their choice, man. That's one of those up in the air questions. Yeah, according to Dean, they want the prize. Can't believe you're having this conversation with him. Why? I don't have any rules. I assume Dean is a Jew. I don't know why you assume that. This guy assumes you're a Jew. I don't know
I don't know why you would assume that. That seems like an odd question. But no, if he really wants to know, I think it's crazy to fight over one God's better than the other person's God. I think too many wars were start over that premise by thinking whose God is better than the other one. But no, I have friends, Jews, Catholics, Gentiles, atheists, agnostic. No, I'm personally Catholic. Am I practicing? Not really. I only go for weddings and funerals. That's the only time you'll find me in church. But no, I'm not a Jew. But I have a million of wonderful Jewish friends.
Thank you, Dean. I find that to be a very odd question or statement, whatever it was. Dean's mistake warning: do not take this product. Here we go. If you have heart problems, have a history of hernias, bad back, use this product will increase your machoism and libido equal to a gigolo. Dean is very calm when texting. I'm sorry to hear that. And the $1,000 will cover the girls' annual living expenses. Most Filipinos could not understand Dean as fast. No, there's no way. They can't understand me half the time. Let's see. I like how Dean's always ready with those questions. Yeah, I do too. How can you tell when Dean is lying? When he starts talking. Okay. I think he's very truthful. Very degrading to women. I think it's the women's choice, but okay. You're entitled to an opinion, buddy. We don't hide these comments. I speak slower to a Filipino than I would to another American. I have to try doing that better. Damn it, I ran out of vodka and tore the shower curtain. Oh, man. They actually call me nosebleed whenever the girls come over. Too much work. Better have one to have girlfriends, boyfriends in the city so you can fly within 1 hour. Oh, I'll tell you. All right, kids, I'm going to need to wrap it up. Let's see. What is Dean's opinion on Honduras?
Okay, Miller Pet Products. Thank you for the question. Again, I don't like to talk negative about anything because sometimes the news has everybody. Just like down here in Costa Rica, if you tune into the mainstream media, you'd think we were 40 years behind the times when there's still a war going on here, and that's not happening. Again, I don't want to say anything negative about Honduras, the experiences I had there, but I can't say anything too positive. So I think we'll just have to leave it at neutral. There's a lot of you can look to see what happens. I do know there is a couple areas they say it's the most dangerous place on earth. Would I want to live there? No. Have I heard that a lot of people? I've heard from friends that a lot of Honduran people have come to Costa Rica because the gang. This is just what I heard. There's no proof of it. That the gangs were charging the taxi drivers money, almost like a tax, or they were charging them to have a little shop there and they couldn't afford it. So they found Nicaragua to be a safe haven for them. So I'm very proud of my country here in Nicaragua for that. So that's the only thing I could tell you with any degree of certainty, the stories I've heard. But again, I'm not one to trash talk a country to say, well, it's dangerous or you have to walk around with machetes. No, but I can talk very, very proudly of my country here in Nicaragua that I do consider my country. And it's very, very safe here. So if any of the Honduran people come down here, I can understand maybe why they're coming down here to have a safer life, seek shelter, and live the way they want to live down here. And that's the best I can answer that question.
Thank you, Dean. How well could I live in Nicaragua on $17.43 a month USD? Well, Dean is living the lifestyle that you see. Pure Alpha Life is his channel if you'd like to see more. And he lives on between 1,500 and 1,600. So it sounds like you could save a couple $100. Let's see. We're getting over. Yeah. Yeah. Nosebleed. Gym like a king. And you do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the same everywhere, man. Paul, this guest doesn't appear to be someone with integrity and the sense of moral responsibility you may show so much of. I didn't enjoy this one. I'm okay. I appreciate your candor on that, sir. But I like to talk to people from all walks of life. Dean, you ever have any two sisters? And let me readdress that. I'm not endorsing anything here, my friend. I am simply listening to someone that has a lifestyle completely different from mine. And I think that's healthy. Hear the other side of the story. Dean, have you ever had two sisters in the rotation or a mother-daughter combo? Well, we'll ask him, but I think that's
okay.
Loaded question.
No, two sisters. No, I never had that. I do have a good friend of mine who had just not too long ago had a mother and daughter combo and told me he really enjoyed it. And again, he did. I never had two sisters, nor a mother sister combination.
Yeah.
So I have to say no to that.
This is starting to sound like one of those penthouse letters.
We enjoy it.
Yeah, I got to tell you, kids, that I like what I do on this channel with stuff like this. I like getting outside the box a little bit, and I don't endorse people. I don't degrade people. I try to just keep it even keel. Sometimes my opinion jumps in there. Sometimes I'm in a pissing mood and I jump on someone. That's me being human. But with Dean, I would draw the line on a lot of people. I would not have, hate groups or anything like that here. But I just enjoy showing people that have a different life. And he's not in the Philippines, so I don't think it misrepresents my channel. He's in Nicaragua. So I looked at it originally as something as an alternative, and it turned into this. And no one's forcing anybody to watch. Dean said 50. Yeah, Dean said 1,500. No problem. Yeah, there you go. There's a gentleman there living there for less than $1,000. She probably is. She can't understand a word we're saying. All right. Yeah, we do appreciate Dean. He is a good sport. Kids, I'm going to cut it off here in a minute. We've been going for, 3 hours. That's like the longest I've ever gone. I nearly was shot dating a girl for a month, claimed to be separated. Her husband had moved and living with a girlfriend. I saw her for a month. He was an iron worker. No separation. I had the same close call. I dated a girl out here that had a boyfriend. I had no idea. But I didn't get threatened, but I could have. Okay. So that's $1,000 a month there. Raw dog, you gotta love it. Yeah, we should call this segment Raw Dog. Instead of Old Dog, it's Raw Dog. She looks bored. Yeah, I agree. But she probably is. She's just sitting back there listening to us chat about something she doesn't understand. Because they are cougars, Paul. Yeah. Love boat. I'm always looking befuddled. That's my normal look. It says if Elvis Presley was alive, he would also be watching for Dean. Paul said bona fide, and Dean said the same sentence. Was that a Freudian slip? The roads are better. That's what it is. It was the infrastructure, the food, and now I forgot the other one. Yep, I just had another one. Oh, man. Out of stock. That's what it was. That's what it was. Out of stock. Let me say it all at once. Out of stock, better food, and better infrastructure. I got them all in. Okay, here you go.
The hospital care, good question, George. Right here in San Juan, they opened up a brand new hospital, all state of the newest technology with super well-trained physicians on staff there, and it's actually free of charge to go there for any reason. Even your medication, if they have in the pharmacy there, they'll give it to you. And the healthcare here, luckily I haven't needed, but I have accompanied some friends to the hospital. They needed medical treatment, and the newest hospital here, you can look it up in San Juan. It's nice. Now, again, I'm not going to deceive you. There's hospitals in Rivas that kind of look a little bit like maybe MASH did in the TV show. You know, they're behind the times a little bit in some areas. But again, here, if you have the money, you can go to a private hospital. Pelas is a hospital in Managua that you would find the same quality you would find anywhere else in the States, if that's what you use as your measuring stick. So you can find all kinds of healthcare here for whatever you need. And again, I would have to give a thumbs up here. Some of the hospitals, again, they were a little bit behind the times. You might not feel that comfortable there, but there are newer hospitals, or there are hospitals you can go here and pay like you go in the States, because you can't tell me that you go to the States and expect free medical treatment either. But here you can get free medical treatment. So the options are
now,
open.
can you get free medical treatment if you've only been there for 3 days on a tourist visa?
I believe, again, I'm not the attorney, so I can't give it. What I found, and in Costa Rica was the same way. While you're in their country, you have the full protection of a citizen of their country as far as they will treat.
So again, we're going to want to direct guys to the official site.
Right, exactly. From what I experienced, yes, if I ever had to go to the hospital, even before I had my cedular, or what we call my residency, I never got billed for going to a hospital. Not like I even had to go. And you can go see a doctor here for like $20, and they can diagnose you. You can buy the medicine right there, and it's really not. It's not that devastating thing where, in like America, you can get diagnosed, and they'll make sure you spend everything you have before they call the undertaker. Right. It's really not like that here.
All right, now I got 4 reasons. All right, we'll be back. Better medical. Add that to the list. I'm out of here tomorrow. Hey, I'm a used car salesman, so thanks for that. Shalom. Let's see, I'm 38 ways I would have to go. Yeah. I don't know what Max's deal is. Maybe Max has had a little, tip of the water this morning. You would, at least in Dumaguete, buddy. I don't know about Manila and the big cities. 6.0 in California. Holy schmoly. Is that where everybody went? All right, so let me, I think we've got just about everybody represented here. I'm going to have to shut it off at some point in time. Let's go here. Thanks for coming on tonight, Dean. Always a good time. We appreciate you taking all the jabs so well. You know what, David? Very good point, man. Whatever you think of him is what you think of him. But he takes it like a big boy. And I am going to be signing off, kids. Let me just see if I've missed anybody. Let's see. Does Yolani have any girlfriends that would like to be interviewed by Paul? Let's ask them that question.
Yeah, I do. I do know the answer to this question. Of course, she has lady friends or girlfriends. What we need to do is maybe have an interpreter come in. That would be the best way to do it. I could do it, or if people feel a little better with Esperanza because they kind of know her and that type of thing. So it could be arranged. I could bring in a friend, but the friends I know of hers offhand, the friends I know personally, they don't speak English. So of course, we'd be more than happy to bring her in and let her be interviewed. But either I or anybody else would actually have to do a little translation for her to make that work.
Okay, thanks, Dean. I don't know what this has got to do with the conversation, Max, but I'm a Christian, if you want my reply. Let's ask him.
John, yes, I have been to Ometepe. It's a little island which isn't too far from here. I went for just one day. You take the ferry out there. People who live there like it. I think it's worth maybe a day trip for 1 or 2 days. I had a friend who lived there and really liked it. It's a very beautiful island. But here, I live right on the coast, so I have everything I need right out here at my back door. But if you want to change the routine, I shouldn't say routine. If you want to change the routine, Ometepe would be a nice, would be well worth a trip.
All right, thank you, Dean. Yeah, there's my buddy Goldfinger. Yeah, I had the same question. By the way, we opened 2 of your boxes yesterday. Watch out for that video. That's for sure. Who cares if you're a Jew or a Christian or an atheist or whatever? Somewhere I read Medicare might start paying in the Philippines. What could go wrong with that? And there you go. What it is it's up for discussion. So, I mean, don't hang your hat on that. All right. So we're going to end with this comment, which I think I actually made it to the bottom of the comments today, as long as nobody else says anything. Good night to everybody, and have an awesome evening yourselves. I'm going to have Dean come on so I can thank him real quickly, and I'll do some commercials right now. So today with Baby May, that's my girlfriend's channel. Her sister Riza is Single Mom Riza. So if you guys want to check out their channels, Sense of Style was here with us today. Somebody else was here, and I can't remember who. Oh, it was Lynn. And Renlyn, I can't ever say her last name. Her channel. I'm sorry, Renlyn. I can't remember how to say your last name. So I like to promote all those channels right there. Upcoming on my little not on my channel, but if you guys know who Bud Brown is out here, him and I had a phone call early this morning. He was awakened by the thunder and lightning also, and he has a really cool idea of a little thing that he wants to do with me. So Bud Brown is his channel, and I would like to encourage you to subscribe to Bud Brown here in the Philippines, and I will be a guest on his show here in the near future, but it's not going to be the normal interview. It's not going to be a split screen. We are going to be together, but it's going to be something I think is very unique, and I would really love it. I'll make an announcement about it before it happens and even after it happens. And I think it would be really worthwhile for you guys to check it out if you enjoy my channel and Bud Brown and anything in the Philippines. But I think it'll be worth a couple of laughs. So let's say goodnight to Dean. Dean, my friend, I want to thank you for being on. You were a perfect gentleman this time. You managed to tone it down, and I think you're just more relaxed, and you're getting more accustomed to this. Your young lady is, of course, as beautiful as ever. We want to thank her for coming along and putting up with us. And people said she looked bored. And I said, I don't know. If she's got to sit there and listen to you and me talk, I'd be bored too.
She can't hear anything through the headphones.
I think she's bored. Think about the audience.
I'll tell you what, you don't have to thank me. We want to thank you because we really know you helped us out so much. We never would have grown this fast without you. I'll never forget who brought me to the dance. You've brought me to the dance, and I'll never forget about that. And I want to thank you. And we look forward to coming back on your show and bringing exciting guests like Esperanza. We know your audience loves it. And anybody who has, you can watch my channel, Pure Alpha Life, and that shows them a lot of questions they have where they can see she's more animated with, especially in our last video.
Sure.
So they can see that. And again, I can't thank you enough for it. And
one thing, you know what helped me so much and still does, because believe me, I make lots of mistakes and I have issues sometimes with the audio I'm not aware of, and guys will tell me, and sometimes they're a little snarky when they say it, but I still take it with a grain of salt. I always appreciate those comments when something's wrong with it. And so a couple of guys made some comments about, I think your video or this or that or the other. I would read those and I would take them to heart. because they are seeing something that you're not even aware you're doing.
Right.
That was my experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have guys tell me I don't look at the camera when I'm actually staring right at the camera. I discovered it was the angle that I had the phone at. You know what I mean? On the tripod. So I like those kind of.
Oh yeah, we appreciate all.
They're very helpful.
Right, exactly.
I would encourage you to do that. Again, I want to thank you for coming on. Maybe next time we can have a couple of the guys on when they make it
Absolutely.
there. I think that would be the good one. You're a man of your word. You brought on the ladies.
Thank you.
We had the interpreter.
Right.
And everybody enjoys seeing your lovely ladies and you. And if you're nothing, you are as honest, I think, as a guy can get.
And what more can you
know how to take a punch. I respect that.
Right.
You know, it bounces right off of you. And so, yeah, again, I thank you for coming on, my friend.
We want to thank you, Millie, for having us, more importantly.
All right, buddy. All right,
we'll see you soon.
Let me know when the boys show up.
We'll do so.
1 or 2 or 3 or whatever.
We'll do so.
We'll get them all together. And your lovely lady, tell her kisses and hugs from all of us. And
she sends them right back to you to you and all the viewers out there.
All right, kid. See you later.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody out there in YouTube land, and we'll see you soon.
You got it. All right, kids. We'll end up with this one right here because it's let's see but the rest of the show was totally worthwhile. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Dean, and thanks, ladies. Well, thank you, guys, and thank you, China Dave. Yeah. All right. Love the rolling comments. All right, kids. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me. We've dropped down to 225 people, so we've managed to put about 110 people to sleep. And my job here is done. All right. Remember, everybody, be nice to one another. All right. Bye-bye.